Buenas noches, bodacious bitches, brazen brass bulls, and all other bonkers beholders. Welcome to the Diecast. Last we left off, we witnessed cryptic and concerning dreams for each of the party members. Scarius get mutilated by one of his missing music boxes, said mutilation being repaired by the Mad God, a shopping montage with a gaggle of gregarious salesmen, and a rather unceremonious jousting tourney packed with odd knights and the peculiars of the upper class. We rejoin the party, stepping away from the jousting grounds, with questions about what was witnessed, questions about the Knight of Meadows, and oh look, here comes a buxom broad rubbing together a pair of platinum pieces with a shit-eating grin on her face and a slight redness in her cheeks. Over to you. Also, I'm going to take this off now that I've done the intro because it's already. I will plonk.
He's a bar Hamburg.
Oh, very good.
No, I've got a fat head.
Also bar Hamburg.
I thought you said bad handbag.
Yeah.
Like what?
He's a bad handbag.
So, yeah, you've witnessed the jousting, made or lost money in Bax's case.
All of my money.
All of his money. 1 gold left, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't I gave you money to bet with?
Yeah.
And you lost it.
I doubled it and then lost it all.
Yep. And, yeah, so as you're sort of leaving the jousting grounds, you're approached by Lilith, who is... You now have 2 platinum. You've been gone all morning, so you're a little out of breath. But yeah, you managed to find them. You just assumed, chances are they're going to be wasting money on the jousting.
It will be somewhere where money and drink is involved.
Oh, platinum. We don't see platinum pieces that often. No.
Entertaining.
You've been paid well for your...
Am I entertaining?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was pre-organised by one of your superiors that you had to attend to, lest your head be it. So it was well paid, but it was rough morning's work, shall we say. You're a little bruised.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't mean... I mean, like, shoulders and face and stuff. The old classic of... speak out of turn and get punished.
But it's fine because Lilith never speaks out of turn.
No, she doesn't. She just
would
acquires
never.
bruises from nowhere.
Yeah.
She collects them.
I'll trade you 2 purple ones for a yellow.
Nah, they're mine.
So we're just leaving the jousting now.
Yeah, just leaving the jousting. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon.
My disguised self has dropped by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fucking hell happened to you and I?
Oh, you missed a lot.
Yeah. You know the music box that was meant for you?
Yeah.
I opened it.
Bomb.
Yep, bomb.
Told you there was a bastard.
This new thing is, Theus actually just turned up and just put one in.
So first of all, he blows your eye out and then gives you a new one.
He didn't seem to think that there was... He didn't realise that it was going to be a bomb in the first place.
Or he didn't realise you would open it.
Well, maybe.
We're not too sure, but either way, the new eye's better. So, win-win.
Can you see more?
I see it that way.
I can do weird things with it.
How's my face looking? Because it feels...
I'm not going to lie. You need to work on your landings.
Yeah.
When you're doing your stunts on stage.
Yeah. It feels swollen.
Yeah, it's not looking too good.
Do you do all of your own stunts?
All my own.
Wow.
That's why they pay so well.
Anyway, you also see that I'm carrying just a big bag of copper. I've just got copper tubes, copper ingots, just random copper
like-
wire.
Forgot about the sack of copper.
I just acquired as much copper as possible.
And what's this?
It's my bag of copper.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry.
It's for things like this. Oh wait, this. Wrong hand.
We're gonna make us all one, or?
No, it's for, I guess I could make some. It's just for enhancing things.
Fun. Also, you said that Theos just appeared. Where's he
Yeah.
gone now?
He,
Quite concerning.
He disappeared again. Like, as soon as he fixed my eye, he was just like, I'm out. Well, I say as soon as. We kind of made a deal with him.
You are?
Just like a little tiny deal.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You two made a deal with
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Bax and I are now kind of his acolytes, kind of. Agents of Chaos.
He basically just said to kind of like fuck shit up, you know? Which sounds
Sounds
You're
fun.
very well
now
so
an
Sounds
far.
agent
good.
of chaos.
I haven't been very good at it so far.
No shit.
I tried to mess up one joust and it went wrong for me.
Some people are just not meant for chaos.
I can do chaos.
Yeah, but you're just so tiny.
Look, we can't all be big
Prerequisite for
stars like
chaos is
you.
math.
Huh?
The prerequisite for chaos is math.
Yeah. No, but
I
you're
mean,
just
more
like
mass, more chaos.
you're just so suit. that just explains it.
Suits can be chaotic.
Yeah, if they're in a ditch on a dead body, being ravaged by badgers, but not on you.
Mega badgers.
He writes down in his journal, update the suit.
Just gives it one of these.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're all seeing how much money I made, so how much have you made today?
I made 25 gold.
Nice.
I did not.
I gave Baxter some gold to play with.
Literally play with or play with?
Play with. And it's gone.
You fucked it.
Well, yeah, jousting's like, I don't know.
It's anyone's game.
It's anyone's game. There's no way to look at it and be like, that guy's going to win. So you
It's
just kind
totally
of...
not a game of skill. It's random. It's chaos.
Chaos.
This is the shit you've been having to deal with. I thought my morning was shit, love.
Okay, so what's next?
Good question. Anything else happening today?
Who had the leaflet?
Yeah, so at
Hello.
5 there is the eating tournament, and at 6 is the start of the racing for the day, animal racing for the day. So there's an hour and a half till the pie eating contest.
I mean, I can eat a lot of pie.
I could go for some pie.
You've got this one.
Yeah, I could do that. I can make some money back.
How do you
Maybe.
put so much food away anyway?
Lots of lifting, I guess. Burns a lot of calories.
It's impressive.
Dragging this thing around,
Yes.
it takes a lot of, sustenance. That's it.
What about you? You a good eater?
Not really.
Do you think we could find something that could, help us out?
Probably. Like maybe something to not make us sick. I'm assuming if there's a tournament, then it's just how much you can eat and not be sick.
Yes, I assume that if you're sick, you're out.
But also my face kind of hurts.
Yes, it looks...
So
Come here. And I cast Cure Wounds.
oh thanks.
Yeah, so the bruising does ease up considerably. The redness goes away, even if it doesn't do anything HP wise if you're full.
No,
It does
I'm on
go
12.
Oh right, okay.
Apparently. I'm assuming I would have had some sort of long rest by now.
Oh yeah, you would have long rested. Yes, you missed
Oh,
the
there
bit
we
where we
are.
long rested. So yeah, even if it doesn't do anything HP wise, it definitely
Makes
cleans
me
you
feel
up.
better.
and,
It's,
yeah,
it's
you-
11 HP, so...
Oh,
Makes
thanks.
you
yeah.
feel a bit more refreshed.
And my last spell slot.
Thanks.
Nice.
guess.
10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Well, time to start throwing axes.
So, what's going on around us at the moment? Like,
There's a lot of people just sort of moving away from the jousting grounds. A few lingering groups of drunkards and people arguing over like who should have won, and that they think that this rider was tampered with, and some people thinking that Prince Scry should have been knocked off in the first round, that sort of thing. But other than that, they're not like dismantling the jousting arena by any means, but you can see them starting to pack down some of like the smaller stalls around it and taking out some of the temporary seating, that sort of stuff, just to move it to other areas of the festival where it's needed. But yeah, it's just because it being about 3:30 as well, there's still some people out shopping. There's still a few like groups of people traveling from region of the city to region of the city just to go back home before a party or going to some sort of next event. Some people already heading towards like the animal racing pit to get a head start on the drinking and the gambling. So there's just a lot of movement with nothing specific happening around you.
Lilith, you won't believe the prince actually joined in the jousting.
Who's Gran?
Yeah, Prince Scran, yes. That's his name. He actually won a round.
What did he do? Throw a fucking chicken leg at someone?
I had a lot of faith in him.
Seabird leg.
And now I've got no gold, so...
He did surprisingly well and then fell
on
off
his ass.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked. Would I know anyway that is kind of like not... like a kind of black markety where we could get stuff for not being sick?
So like some sort of alchemist or potion seller that maybe sells a few of
the dodge.
Make a history check, see what you recall about your time in the city, your brief time in the city.
I can't add. 11.
11? So you don't know specific people or like specific places, but you do know that this city, especially given that it's a very heavy focus for like all of the gangs, as long as you can sort of get hold of the barrack mob, chances are they can get some substances. The Petrocinis probably could, so it's just sort of like, I know I can get stuff, but not necessarily where or specifically who.
Okay. I'll relay that to you lot, that I know
nothing.
of stuff.
It's here somewhere.
That I know nothing.
Yeah, it's here. I know we can get it somewhere, but where the somewhere is another thing entirely.
We don't need anything like that. I think we'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I've heard that if you get really, really drunk, you get really, really hungry.
That's true, but when you get drunk, you also get more likely to be sick.
You don't want to fill up on ale either. You know what they call ale? Liquid bread. There's a reason for that.
Yeast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ew.
That's how beer is, mate.
No, I know, it was bang on the money, but it was just the sort of confidence of it, and then just the grin from it.
Yeah. Talking of yeast, anyone seen Rose?
Ah.
No?
No.
Vile.
No.
Vile.
No.
What, is she a baker? As well?
No.
No.
No. Just because she drinks so much.
Oh. Yeah, she seems like the type.
Yeah. Yeasty.
Mm.
But no, nobody's seen her?
No.
Yeah. Nobody's seen any of my girls? No.
Nope.
Nothing, no. No.
I don't think so, anyway.
Better be busy.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not just drunk somewhere. Drunk
Or
and busy
dead.
is fine.
Or dead.
Oh, well. Meh.
Okay, well, I think we head over, scout the place out, see where we're going to be doing the pie thing.
Mm.
Hang around.
Also, we can figure out what pie it is.
Yeah, true.
Is it going to be
That
like
does make a difference.
I
gonna
prefer
be like-
sweet pie.
nice pie, or is it going to be like Here we are. This is random soup pie.
Hmm.
Never know.
I don't think I could eat much like beef pie. Meat pies are a little
Heavy.
heavier, yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes you a little bit of time to get over there, but you're moving with a bit of the crowd now. There seems to be a few
Clank,
people.
clank,
Yeah.
clank.
You just keep like bumping people along
Yeah.
the way, and they're like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like,
A copper tube falls out of my bag.
Can't you make it into a fucking backpack?
I left my backpack in the room.
plus you bought like £37 of copper, was it? Like it physically wouldn't have fit in the backpack. Puts it on, he's like, oh no. But yeah, you managed to make your way over, and the first thing that you sort of realise is
What's
this
it like
ain't
20
no...
golds worth?
Yeah, something like that. This ain't no standard piping contest. What you see before you is what boils down to an assault course with pie eating stations after each obstacle. So it's a test of agility, athleticism, and your ability to keep down pies whilst performing these gymnastic tasks.
Right.
You'd be
okay.
surprised at how familiar this looks to me.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's very much like a sort of monk training room
What did
vibe.
they teach you at monk school?
In the monastery, we would have to do the assault course, and then we'd have a station where we would have to ingest poison. So then we were having to continue the assault course with poison in our veins.
you're saying these are going to be poison pies?
No, just the visual.
Right. Okay.
They're probably not going to be poisoned.
Okay.
Why did they poison you when they trying to?
Did the monks not like you?
No, everyone did it.
Why?
It's to like build up intolerance, is that kind of thing.
Yeah, so we can be intolerant.
The pies?
No, so
You can't even keep a straight face. Sorry. Go on.
so we can. It was a very mind over matter thing. To see if
So
we
you
could continue.
were telling me you did an assault course with poison in your veins, while probably shitting and being sick everywhere as you run.
It was less of the shitting and being sick. It was more of the struggling to stay conscious kind of poison.
There was definitely a time where one of the older monks that was trying to teach you what to do ingested the poison, hit him the complete wrong way, and when he was
shitting and
travelling
sicking.
over the sort of like, if you imagine
fucking hurdles,
beams
shitting
being
everywhere.
supported, almost like trapezes, like beams being supported by ropes, where you have to jump from like one to the other. As he was travelling over the class that he was teaching, it came dripping down his legs.
No.
So there are definitely times that it did go that way, but for the most part,
And
it was more like, I'm dying, as opposed to, oh no.
I will relay that. And there was another time where my teacher lost consciousness mid-jump. He just kind of yeeted himself across the class.
This pie eating contest is sounding less and less appealing the more.
I don't understand
The
why the
more
fuck
we
they
talk
didn't just
about
stab it and
this.
get
We've
it
got
done
somebody
with.
here who's prepared for that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, that's good, I guess.
I'm not prepared to run around and shit myself. I've done some things in my time, but Jesus.
Is there like a registration stand for this? Or
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be quite like packed with people, where almost like a sort of real life, Tough Mudder or something, where there's quite a few people bunched at the starting line, and the tables with the pies, you'll see that it's not like a big tray pie, but think more like pork pies, like the little individual.
Oh,
ones.
that's fine.
Yeah, but you don't know what's in them necessarily. You
It's-
just know
it's
that
the
they
Robbie
are
contest.
these really Have you actually got a pork pie?
Yeah,
over
he's
there?
got a pork pie
Oh,
right
for
now.
fuck's sake!
Yes.
Yeah, hold over here.
it was a visual.
Ta-da.
Shit pie.
Yeah, just like sort of.
That looks like a
Ken
fucking...
says pork pie and
It's
then
a
Robbie
bit
produces
bigger,
a pork
to be
pie.
fair. Yeah,
That looked like a mince pie more than a pork pie.
It's a pork.
That's definitely a pork pie.
Yeah,
Do you
it's-
see what I mean? The
it
lid is a bit...
bigger
Yeah.
than that. It's definitely more than a mouthful. It's like you have to sit there, well, not sit, but stand there for a solid 30 seconds trying to get it down. and they look pretty dense.
Yeah, I was
How
going to
do
say
you
the
know so much
density
about
of them.
Rob's pie?
Not that specific
Oh.
pie. I'm on about the ones in game.
I was like, I've had them before. They're really dense. Take long to get down. I'm sorry. I broke my pen.
Again? You did this last time.
You better.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know who's
Stop breaking pens.
Might be mine.
Anyway, yeah. So there's quite a few people at the sign-up sheet.
Sheep.
So, sheet.
Oh.
What is happening?
I don't know. I think I'm
It's all gone to shit.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So you go over. You put your names down. They ask
I
you.
put my name down as Neville,
Nice. The horny Neville.
the horny Neville.
So they ask if you want to place a bet on yourself, if you're confident enough, or on, like, basically they just sort of like look at the people at the starting line like, anyone tickle your fancy?
What do
And-
we see?
I'm going to bet on backs.
Okay.
I'll put, well, it depends on like how much, is there a limit and is there a buy-in and all that stuff.
So it's a minimum of 1 gold bet. And for each place down from first, so it'll go 15 gold first, and then 14 second, third. So it's just however it goes down. But there are like 50 people, so you know there's. But yeah, amongst the crowd, the sort of actually, each of you make a perception check if you're going to bet. If you want to scan the crowd for someone to like, you know.
Not 20.
Perception. Nice.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So.
Wait. 11.
11.
12.
Cool. So
Oh, I'm like the worst.
as if we were going to outdo the natural 20 somehow.
yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, you point out a few people as you're looking through. One is a very tall and slender lizard folk woman who,
Oh no.
if you've played Divinity: Original Sin, for anyone that has a lot more like that, where they've got the very tall, slender necks, and she looks rather graceful, and she's in quite like a sporty looking outfit, you know. It looks like she's ready to fuck shit up, and she's at the front, she's in the zone, she's ready to go.
Oh, see, they can do weird things with their throats.
Oh, they can. They can
True.
spit haul it, like, two legs.
Gluck gluck the pie.
Sucking
like-
rods.
Soaking rods, yeah.
Yeah. Not Roz necessarily, but you do spot Janaea, one of the twins.
Twins.
Yeah. So you have little faith in her. There are 2 half orcs at the front. That one of them is very dad bod, with like sort of Celtic blue tattoos all over him. He's got like much more greyish skin, so it looks like he's going to be good at the pie bit, but not particularly good at the athleticism bit. And then his literal counterpart, that is like a sort of sea green half orc, very well dressed and kept, and is buff. He's real toned, so it looks like he's going to slaughter the athleticism bit. But you have no idea of his capabilities of the
What's
eating.
pie eating?
And right at the front, there's a rather large minotaur. So,
Aww.
yeah, they are the standouts in the crowd that you think, if I'm going to bet on someone, as opposed to all of these drunkards at the back that are like barely standing to begin with, or these, you know, like young, scrawny, sort of spotty teens that look like they haven't got athleticism in their bloodline, let alone in their body. They are the standout ones. So they do ask if you want to bet on yourself, one of your group, or one of the crowd.
I'll put 10 gold on Baxter.
I appreciate your confidence.
See, I don't know whether to
I've
bet
seen you eat.
Yeah,
on
true.
Bax or the lizard guy woman.
You don't necessarily have to bet at all.
No, I'm gonna bet on Bax.
Oh,
I'm
guys.
5 gold on Bax.
I'm going to bet 5 on backs too, and 5 on the Minotaur.
Well, I'm
No
not betting
pressure.
anything because I got no gold. So.
I like the idea that you're like 5 on backs and then really underhandedly, and 5 on the Minotaur.
Yeah. It's just like,
Yeah, okay. So if you all make marks of your stuff. Minotaur, lizard, orc, just so I can track the progress. So yeah, there's people already at the starting line, but it doesn't start for like an hour, basically. But they're all prepped and ready. There's a few more people that come in after you. So it gets to the point where the tournament organizer is like, okay, I'm gonna have to put like a limit on it. Like, we didn't think it was gonna be this much. Like, we're running out of pies. We've only got a certain amount at each station.
Right.
We're gonna run out of pies. So they cut off the sign up. You were one of the last sort of 10th percentile of sign-ups. So they're like,
Have we all signed up?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, assuming you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
You don't have to compete.
But
You-
fuck no.
I'm competing,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Bryleaf is like, just keeps looking at the lizard lady, and then she goes, actually, I've never seen them eat pies, only eggs. So we might be good.
Okay.
Can I ask her?
It's very specific.
I actually take Baxter aside and I like point at each station and I'm like, even though there are multiple pies at each station, you will need one pie per station.
Right. Okay.
You don't have to eat other people's pies.
Are you sure?
Do
Do you not get extra points for more pies?
No, I think it's
Maybe
just eat the pie and get
Eat
around
the pie
it.
and go. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask just in case, but
I'm so glad you specified that.
And you're not allowed to help me by eating my pie either.
okay. What if you can finish the pie though?
We'll see.
Okay. Cool. Just we'll need a signal if you can't finish the pie. Whistle like
Okay.
No, that's too obvious.
But what if, like, whistling with a mouthful of pie?
whistle like a mockingbird, and I don't know what a mockingbird sounds like. Never mind. We'll think of something else. But yeah, shout
Okay.
or don't, because the judges will hear. We'll think of something else.
Or maybe you
Just kind of like walks
you
off.
Eat your
Like,
pies. You eat your pies. Carry on running and doing the fucking hula or whatever you need to do.
Okay.
Like, this is the first time I've seen you sort of, like, panicked and neurotic about something.
Yeah.
And it's just food-based logistics.
It's like okay. He's like, I need to impress here. I need to impress.
Is it Janaea?
Yes.
Is she still there?
Yes.
Can I go and I'm gonna go over and have,
Yeah.
have a word with
It's
her.
like, oh my god, Lilith! I didn't think you'd come here. I didn't know you ate and run. Thought you were more the suck and fuck type.
Shh.
What?
So I just kind of point out Scarius. I'm like, see him over there?
He's kind of cute.
Yeah, no.
You rent fit for
Um,
cash yet?
No. He thinks
Can I?
No. He thinks we're entertainers.
Wait, he doesn't know that we're.
No.
Oh. Well, we
And
do
it's quite
sort of
funny.
entertain. You're not lying. You're just sort of omitting the truth.
Exactly.
At this point, I'm like,
She gives you like a flirty, like little.
He may ask you for your autograph. Just pretend that we do tricks.
I love
Not-
your work.
So we do tricks, we don't turn tricks.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Also, I had the shit kicked out of me by my last customer, I guess, did it? Or was it the...
Yeah, it was, well, both. She's like, oh yeah, that happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
My ass hurts.
So that's normal for you, isn't it?
I hope I don't fall on it on the course. That's gonna hurt.
Also, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Are you just doing it?
Because
'Cause
I
you're
don't have my
hungry.
next appointment till 7, and I was like, I could sit around and get drunk, but then I was like, I may as well do something, you know? So like,
Okay.
why are you doing it? You're not built for this.
Fuck it,
Scaris
isn't
is
it?
limbering up.
Also, these
I
are my
like how
new friends.
bendy your friend is.
But, I mean, you can try if you like. You'll probably not understand what the heck you're talking about.
Scaris
I like
is
a
a flower
challenge.
child.
But you can try. Also, he wears a suit.
I like a man that dresses nice.
It's not a good suit.
He's trying. That's the important bit.
Oh my god. Fine. When do we need to go? Where was the meeting point and drop off and how much again?
Oh, they'll just find us at the end of the week. You know what they do. It's sort of like they just know
Okay.
where we are. I'm starting to think they track us with our blood. I might be wrong.
Okay, well, you enjoy putting pies instead of dicks in your mouth, and I'm gonna go over here with my friends.
Later, bitch!
Deuces.
Why did I make a Valley's
She
Valley's
seems
girl? I keep
nice.
saying Valley's girl instead of
Valley's
Valley girl.
Well, no, Lilith is the Valley's girl.
Literally.
Valley meet Valley. So is it like near the time to start?
Yeah, they're basically like, we're gonna have to move the time up because like there's no point of waiting around. There's no more pies for anyone. Like we're at capacity. So
Is there a way that I can, before we start, just take a look around, like just walk around the outside and maybe just get an eye?
no, it's sort of, it's a bit like the mud wrestling ring where
Right.
there was like the sort of bleachers and stuff around the edge, and
Yeah.
then you're in like a fenced off little area. And you'll be glad to know there is more mud.
Oh,
What
Very
you
good,
see
very
the
good.
obstacle course is
you've got your armor on?
I didn't think that. There is a set of balance beams over some deep mud. Pie stand. A rope climb
Oh,
up onto a platform. Pie stand. 3 hurdles up on this platform with like quite a considerable drop, and then mud, and then it comes down to a ramp. Pie.
I'm
then-
gonna make a skateboarding trick called pie stand.
Pie stand.
Well, actually, I just wrote balance pie.
Balance
Balance pie.
Yeah.
That's the other way. That's like if you do it like regular, then if you do it goofy.
Yeah.
Balance
I didn't
pie.
hear what you said in between, so I just got pie stand, pie stand, pie stand. I didn't hear what
Fucking
you
hell.
said in between.
Okay.
Basically.
Balance beams, pie. Rope climb, pie. Hurdles, pie. And then you run up, basically, like, you know, at the end of Ninja Warrior, they got like the vert wall.
The wall.
You got to run up that and then jump off the other side. And when you land, there's another pie stand down at the bottom. But it's all in like a big square. So there's a lot of mud, a lot of pies. This is gonna suck, frankly.
I think I would prefer the poison.
I swear, if that mud becomes a fucking squishy monster, I'm gonna have to have words with someone.
That
Don't
would
know.
that would be an odd coincidence.
But
wouldn't
someone.
Just remember to bend your knees at the end.
it? Yes.
Just,
Or roll.
if I had the copper piece for every time the mud turned into a monster, I'd have 2, which isn't a lot. But it's
know.
weird that it happened twice.
Did you just say roll?
Yeah.
Just jump and roll
Tuck
off,
and roll.
off the
Yeah,
wall.
not
Tuck
even
and
at
roll.
the floor, just like front flip.
Yeah, just roll
It
off.
was a surprisingly good Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah, it was.
I could probably do better. That was like a half-assed one.
Okay.
But I'm not going to, because now I've said it, it's on the internet. People are going to be like, do the schmerz.
Do the roar.
Either way.
Hey, the platypus.
That actually scared me. I was like, the fuck, where's that coming from? And then I realised it's you. Of course, where else would it be coming from?
Voice in my head, not
Yeah,
again.
just like, which one?
So, the organizer is actually the little halfling lady that you met before.
Oh, cool.
The little blonde Irish lady.
Oh, she loves an organised.
I
doesn't
said
she?
her
She
name.
organised in the mud wrestling as well.
Yeah. Loves mud.
She's the real queen of the mud.
She's the queen of the mud. I did tell you her name because she was in the archery. And I will not lie, I have forgotten it. It was obtuse.
It was Ellen.
I think it began with a D, so that doesn't help.
Dylan.
I thought it was
Dylan.
Della.
Deleth.
No.
No, it is.
Deli.
Delicatessen.
Delicatessen.
Wasser.
It's not Dresdemina.
Dresdemina.
Dresdemina over
Hey, that was
Yes.
it.
Dylan.
Dresdemina. Or Desdemona, one of the two.
Della,
I think it's
same
Dresdemina.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So, she's like, oh, I seem to keep running into you, lad. You love these tasks, don't you? You're going to be knackered by the end of the week.
I'm
Yeah.
still not really
Telling
cleaned up
me.
from last time.
Oh, well, I'll tell you something. You thought that mud was bad. You fall in that, you'll be finding it in cracks you never knew existed for the next month.
Aww.
I
Is,
think I know what my cracks are.
I was gonna say that'd be hard for you.
is there anyone like Roger playing this time?
No, and to make a point of that, we made sure to anti-magic zone the arena.
Okay.
Yeah, we learned
good.
from that one. Day 1 jitters, call it, you know? So,
Complete anti-magic? Like if I fall I can't heal myself?
I mean, you shouldn't hurt yourself that bad, but if you do, we'll drag you out and we'll fix you.
What about my armor then? Not you.
Yeah.
It's an infusion, so it might be like within the field it doesn't work. It doesn't like break the infusion, but while
God
you're
damn
in
it,
the
Roger.
area-
Assume it won't work. Be surprised if it does.
Yeah,
Plan for failure.
that's just my infusions all the time anyway. Just be surprised.
I love
if
the
it
idea.
works.
You're in this thing. You throw the axe to prove a point, and it doesn't come back. You're like, oh no.
And it just hits someone's like, sorry.
So, if you'll take your place at the starting line, I know it's a bit of a bunch up, but don't worry, there's enough balance beams for a lot of people to get on, and enough people will fall off that you won't have to worry about trying to get to the front of the pack straight away. I recommend pacing yourself. It's gonna hurt.
What's the rules? Can I push anyone over?
Technically, no. If we don't see you, we can't stop you.
But if you
What?
do see me,
You're disqualified.
huh.
It doesn't sound worth it.
We like a fair game. And to be fair, the top 15 people will get money. Depending how much they bet, of course.
Is it a case of finishing first or a point system?
It's the first person to get across the line, but if there's some sort of draw, there's like a sort of judges point system in the background that you don't have
Okay.
to worry about. But yeah, so if you bet on the person in first and they win, it's 15 times whatever gold you put on it. So there's a lot of big players here today. They fucking love the pie eating. I don't know why, but they do. We've got Prince Scry over there again. he's like sort of hunched up. He's got his arm in like a makeshift sling and he's like, hello, chaps.
Hey!
Is he competing?
Oh, no,
Did you see him in the jousting?
he was alright. I was surprised. But that's why he's probably got a fake arm. He's really milking it. I
He's
don't
got
think
a
it hurt
fake
him that
arm?
bad. No, the sling on his arm, love. You see? And he's like over there. He's like hunched up and he's like, Kiraj, cuddle me. I'm in pain, chap.
Is his
fair, if I
is
had
his
a
monster?
Yeah, Kiraj is sat next to him, like giving him a little cuddle.
Is he not running? So
No.
he probably would have been.
If I had
He'd
a
break
garage,
the
I'd have
beams.
him cuddling me as well.
And me.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a big fluffy boy. Don't get me wrong, he's ripped as fuck, but like,
But fluffy.
You know that? Have you seen that meme where it's like that tiger from Zootopia who would treat me right or something like that? Right? That's what I see.
Yeah.
No, he'd be so just like. "Eh?"
Yeah. Yeah.
but he's like, I've gotta say, I've not put gold on you this time, but that's no offense to you. It's just I know those orcs at the front, and I've got five platinum on each.
Okay.
Jeepers.
I don't care which of them wins.
Look in pain.
Oh yes. Oh, did you see me at the jousting?
No.
Oh,
It was-
wow,
yeah.
He's
It
like
was
proper laying it on
magnificent.
thick. Even Courage is sort of side eyeing him.
I
like,
bet gold on you, man. I thought you were gonna go all the way, but
that was what was supposed to happen.
What I will say is that you were on the boat with us, yes?
Yes.
You saw my friend eating.
Oh. And he has like that moment. He like forgets his arm and he's like, I've got a spiffing idea. I came up with it all by myself, Courage. Courage is just like, And bear in mind, the Dresdemina's just stood there watching this whole thing. She's enthralled. She's like, I love these guys so much. This is so stupid. And he's like, Bucky, come here. And he's like remembered suddenly and he's like, oh. And he just sort of like slips another platinum piece and he's like, on the little one.
appreciate it, buddy.
Let me down and I will never forgive you.
That's okay. You let me down in the jousting, we would be even
Fine,
Stevens.
we'll call it even. But what you realise as well is that, like, when he's raising his voice to... Cause bear in mind, there's a bit of distance between you guys.
Yeah.
He's over in one of the stands, so you're like, everyone's just sort of like, what the fuck? You're shouting over him all.
Yeah.
But when he's talking louder, he loses that sort of bomber command, and it becomes a lot more appear as he's shouting. As he gets louder, it goes further into his head. He's like, get him to shout loud enough
bless
and the
him.
dogs will bark. But Dresden is like, oh, shit, right. Is everyone ready? And there's like 50 odd people in front of her. They're all just like, yeah. And she's like, we've really got to get better at organising these. Like, you should have seen the archery. Oh, you were in the archery. I was there. Anyway, she goes out into the middle. She climbs up one of the obstacles, so she's like in the middle. And then pulls out what is essentially what looks like a clockwork acoustic microphone with like a sort of gramophone attachment on the end.
Cool.
That like magically enhances her voice. There's all these like little gramophones around the arena, or like just the head of them. Then there's sort of, it's just like a pole with like a horn, and it sort of very low quality, but magically repeats back what she's saying. So think very 1920s like super compressed voice, She's like, ladies, gentlemen, and any and all in between, I welcome you to the pie eating contest. This year we spiced it up a little bit, and by that I mean the pies are spicy. I hope you all like chilies.
I told you you're gonna shit yourself.
Except for the last one. The last one's an apricot pie. That's my favourite, so I requested it.
I was going to say... it
Any
sounded
left
like
over,
you were-
they're mine. Fuck y'all. Sorry, it's just a giggle from Rob in the corner.
Knowing
We need
that
to
the
have
race is
a Robbie
about to
count
start,
court, like
Yeah.
and I'm
Robbie
like in the zone. I'm starting to like have flashbacks to the monastery, and I like get into like a run in, like a start in position, and I actually like apply war paint from the mud.
Just a little moustache.
Wow, looking very chaotic.
Simba.
Actually,
It,
just
it
coming up
looks like
behind,
I've applied like cat whiskers.
Just a little nose.
Yeah,
Accidentally splashed a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, me and Lilith are like, yeah, see? This is chaos. This right here.
On your marks. Get set. And then she like pulls this. Oh, it looks like a copper tube. She pulls the bottom, and it's essentially like a party popper, like a cannon. But it just like fires this huge spray of like red mist out the top to signify go. So,
Sounds
to
like
begin
Raya
with,
Leaf screams as she does it.
It sounds like,
like screams
like,
as like a reaction to, or do you mean like a war cry as you start running?
No, she screams because
Oh, right.
the thing went off, but then she like keeps screaming as she's running.
Okay.
it sounds like like a gender reveal party.
Yeah.
Those pop
Oh,
ones.
it's a tiefling!
Because it was red.
Yeah. So, to begin with, all of you roll a regular initiative roll to see
Okay.
how you respond to the gun type
Oh, right.
thing going off.
Oh, yes, go on.
Nice. So I
How
got
do we tell?
Yeah.
Oh,
a 9.
9.
10.
12.
Okay.
22 with a nat 20.
Okay.
Not 20.
You-
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, ooh, nat 20, that's specifically good. Because you hit the DC of 12, you get to add a +1 to whichever one of your future rolls you want for this thing, but you have to add it before knowing the result. So, like, say you're going to use it, then roll it. You can only use it the once, but it can be on any of them, so it doesn't have to be the first one. You can save it for later if you
Okay.
think you're going to need it. Because you had a nat 20, you can either add +3 to one roll,
Okay.
+2, +1 to 2 different rolls. Get it? So, like, split up to
Okay.
3, or +1 to 3 rolls.
So I've got
You've
a
got
+3 I can dole out however
3
I...
key points, so to
Okay,
say,
okay.
that you can dole out onto different ones.
Okay, cool.
So,
Speaking of key points,
Yep.
do any of mine come into play? I've
I
got Step of the Wind.
was going to say they
I was going
might.
to say, can you not Misty Step someone?
I haven't got my.
There is an anti-magic field, so you can't Misty Step. You okay there, Jess? You
I'm
look...
confused.
Why?
What did you... What am I...
You haven't
Also,
done anything. You're
He
fine.
was
He's
just-
got...
He's got, like, the
Extra.
availability to spend +3 on rolls in the competition.
So I
And
could do
I have-
+1, +1,
No.
+1.
Oh.
Because you didn't meet the requirement,
Ah.
so don't panic. Is that what
You're
you
just doing
confused? You're like, what
regular
do I add?
rolls.
I'm like, what do I get?
Fuck all. Claws only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic nuclear weaponry.
I've never had that before. Okay.
If Step of the Wind does help at any point, I'm obviously
Okay.
willing to use key points for that.
Okay. I will say on the hurdles specifically, you can spend 2 key points to get a +2 to the roll.
Okay.
Which doesn't sound a lot, but it might make a
Okay.
difference.
Okay.
So the first up is the balance beams,
Mm-hmm.
which is a DC of 8 in acrobatics check. So it's pretty low. However, before you go any further, each failed obstacle adds a +2 DC to all further obstacles throughout the competition.
Right.
Oh,
So you have to
okay.
keep
Because you
track.
slipped and you're full of
Because you're
mud.
covered in mud. Each failed
Okay.
pie adds +1 DC to all further
Right.
obstacles and pies.
Right.
because you fucking inhale the dust and you're coughing, or you've eaten it too quick and you're
You're
getting
not
indigestion.
comfortable anymore.
So we'll keep track of it, but basically if you fuck a roll, you have to keep track of how much you add on to
Okay,
it.
cool.
So to begin with, a DC of 8 in acrobatics, please.
Oh,
Ooh, I only just met
yes. How did I?
Okay, so you, hang on, let me, sorry. So you met it with exactly 8.
it. Exactly 8, yeah. I've got a +4, and I got an 8.
Yeah? Okay, Jesus. Jess, what did you get?
21.
21.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm quite strong.
Bax.
Nat 20 for a 22.
Whoa!
I'm quite strong with alphabet.
two Nat 20s in a row.
It's because the food is at the end of it.
Yeah.
Lilith.
12.
12.
Okay, so we all made it.
So you all make it.
No, 13.
but-
I lied.
Okay, but Bax starts to gain a bit of a lead from that Nat 20. He's just like graceful as shit, tiptoeing along these beams. Someone in front of him drops like ass first into the mud. Is just sort of sat there, but their bum is sunk, so their like knees are up to their chest, and they're
I
a bit
think
like.
seeing Bax this graceful is actually what threw me off. I made it, but I was like,
What the
What?
hell is he doing?
He's like, there's food on the line.
his
But,
form is incredible.
Yeah, the lizard woman and the lean orc keeps up with you on like one of the other beams.
See?
Scarius and Lilith sort of still in the pack but haven't fallen. Briley, if you start pulling slightly ahead of the pack, you're up with like the people who aren't drunk. So next you get to eat a pie. A
Nice.
Constitution throw, not a save.
Throw,
just a
not a save.
Constitution check of DC 8.
Regular
Where do I
old
find that?
Constitution.
Just what's your con bonus?
I
Yes.
don't even know.
It's at the top above your skills.
That was a 10.
This what? Oh,
Like,
So you know where
just
you've got like
underneath your-
Constitution, like
that one.
oh +2 is it?
yeah,
Right.
20 and that.
and nat 20. Okay. What did you get, Chris? Got it.
DC 8 was it?
8.
9.
Oh, fucking hell! You are like, I think more than anything, you're just so surprised by how well he's doing because he's like pulling off head that you're like, shit, pie.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm doing it, but I'm panicking.
Yeah, I actually like forgot to eat the pie for a second. I was like, oh wait, yeah.
What did you get?
10.
10. Okay.
Like,
And
I can,
Lilith?
11.
11.
I
Cool.
can imagine the organisers actually like telling me off for like, you're running forward with the pie. Stop, eat the pie.
Yeah. So Bryleaf is now caught up to Bax because even though you pulled ahead on the acrobatics check, Bryleaf just wolfs the pie, just like gone.
Inhaled the pie.
And she's like, bye! It's just like taking off. So next is the rope climb.
I'm catching up to that lizard.
Athletics DC 10.
Okay.
Oh.
By the way, the chubbier orc guy, even though he struggled and was slow on the balance beams, ate 2 pies in one handful.
Exactly 10.
Athletics,
Oh god,
yeah?
you are by the skin of your teeth. Athletics.
Oh,
yeah.
also exactly 10.
Ooh.
12.
Okay. Lilith?
7.
Ooh. Okay, so you fall into the mud. You sort of, as you're halfway up, you just lose your grip. You drop back. You're now covered in mud. So anytime there's now an obstacle, you add +2 to the DC. So when I say like beat
8,
12,
then it's now 10, yeah.
So just make a note of that.
Oh dear.
So you drop back with a few of the people that have slipped in the mud on the balance beams, or just the slower people in general. You're sort of stuck in with the drunks. Skyrus is just ahead of the drunks, but barely. You two are in like the front leaders pack. So now that you're at the top of the rope, eat a pie. DC 10 Constitution, please.
Do I
Okay, yeah,
get
we're
up
good.
now?
Was it, yeah. Well, you're already up, but it just took you an extra attempt.
So why do I need to add 2 for... It's like
Not the pie. It would be
2 for obstacles only?
Yeah. So
Obstacles.
the hurdles and the jump down you'll have to add.
So
to the
pie
DC.
was what?
You're
10.
gonna try and beat 10.
Okay.
21.
Jokes.
Oh,
no.
God.
Nat
That
1.
one.
Oh no!
Oh god. Okay.
I prefer
Okay.
the poison.
That's
Yeah. So you
3
get
times I rolled a
Heimlicked
9
by
now.
one of the attendants on the side. They give you a bit of a sip of water. You are now like right at the back. There's a few people that have dropped out completely that just gave up in the mud. There's a few drunks that physically cannot figure out how to use a rope.
I got
But
confused and tried to drink the pie.
Wrong pipe. You basically, you know when you get like a pasty or something and you breathe in as you go to take it and just one crumb shoots off the top into the back of your
the
throat.
worst.
It does that.
That's
You're like,
horrible.
but as you choke, you take a bite of the pie and it confuses you more and you just flounder.
I was in a monastery flashback and I thought I was drinking poison.
Okay, Briley, what did you
13.
get? 13, nice. Bax.
21.
Ooh!
21.
And Lilith.
11. Sorry, my brain is not
Just
working
about.
today.
Cool. So you are now ahead of Scarius, Lilith. You sort of like leave him in the dirt. You're like, sorry, can't help. Baxter is now flying ahead. You are neck and neck with only the lizard and the lean orc.
Right.
Janaea is sort of keeping up with you. She's like just in front of you, just behind you. She's like, she's like, oh my god, this pie's gonna go straight to my hips.
As I'm running, I'm like, back, smash the lizard.
Okay.
Just fucking whips that.
Like literally.
Don't tell him that.
Okay, so next is the 3 like hurdles up on this platform. So it's sort of balance and jumping. So you can choose athletics or acrobatics,
Okay.
but it's a DC 12 with disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay.
So for
it's
you it's 14
14
with disadvantage.
Oh, so it's everyone's disadvantage.
Everyone's because it's
Oh,
balancing
shit.
and jumping, but even the
14.
NPCs get it.
DC
You can
12,
choose
was it?
Acrobatics or athletics,
Okay.
whichever you want.
DC 12.
I'm
Okay.
using
With
Step
this.
of the Wind here for
Okay.
my +2. So I'm going to use
Smart.
up both of my key points.
I'm good. No, I don't
Well,
need.
Before you roll, you can either get a +2
Yeah,
on
I
a
make it.
disadvantage or a flat
Or a flat roll.
roll with like
I'll go a flat roll.
Is this the last obstacle, or is there another obstacle?
One
after
more
this?
obstacle.
There's one more obstacle. Okay.
Okay. DC what?
12.
I don't make it. I'm still like.
Yeah, so you're still half choking as you're running. It's like the pie's gone, but you know when you just can't
Yeah.
shift out, there's a tickle. And as you
I'm
go to
doing that, like-
the first hurdle, you're like, and you just sort of like nut shot yourself on a hurdle and fall
Oh,
down
shit.
off this height into the mud. It's like a straight up 10-foot drop.
I don't
into
like
the
this
mud.
game.
It's like face down,
This is
tail up.
not like the monastery.
Yeah, Briarleaf biffed it as well. She got a 9.
9. Okay, so yeah, you were down at the bottom. You fell before Scarius did. So,
Well, so
you
does he join
hit with
me?
a dull squelch, and as you get up and like dust yourself off a bit, there's just a poof.
Oh.
Lilith, what did you get?
Yeah, with disadvantage, I biffed it as well. I had 9.
Okay.
You're gonna come fall the other side of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
did.
you basically land on Scarius as she's leaving. And back. what did you get?
13 with
Just
the
squeaked it.
athletics.
Nice.
Oh.
Make us proud, bastard.
So you're like pulling your head, and you can hear all this wet squelching and thudding
Oh.
behind you, and just these like screams of people falling off.
Oh, yeah,
and then
'cause
you
the
can hear,
drunks were behind us,
yeah,
weren't they?
and you
Oh,
can hear
no.
a very clear like thump,
Oh.
in Scarius'
Oh,
voice,
yes.
followed by
Oh,
like
buddy.
a wet thud.
Buddy, no!
You like take a quick glance over just to see him holding his nuts in.
It's okay, I've got training for this.
And then being landed on by a horse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smoke falls out the sky.
Briarleaf, like when you said
holes
she
are
gets
falling,
up,
the holes are falling.
she tries to get up, but she's just laughing so much at just what happened. She's falling back down.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, so
Where's the Minotaur?
the Minotaur is sort of dead in the middle of the pack. He
useless.
struggled with the balancing, but did really well on the rope
the horns.
because he was basically so tall that he just sort of like did one big yank and pull. The rope sort of the beam holding up was like "Arr," as it was coming over, and he just like throws his legs up onto it, so he just basically bypassed that. But he's just dead in the middle of the pack. He's sort of
sake,
just
Minotaur.
ahead of Scarius and Lilith,
Did we?
about where Briarleaf is.
Did we fail a? Sorry. Did we fail a pie or an obstacle?
I
then?
failed.
That was
We
the.
failed-
So you 3 failed.
That was the
Oh,
obstacles.
hurdles.
a hurdle. We just
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got +2 to
So
obstacles now. Right.
Cass, you get +4 to obstacles.
Yay.
I used my flipping Step of the Wind for that as
specifically,
well.
but because of the pie that you failed as well as the obstacle, you get +3
Yeah, I've got
on
+3 now.
obstacles, +1 on pies.
Damn.
So next is actually eat a pie.
Okay.
So basically, you come running down a ramp back to like ground level to the pie. Oh god. So this one is DC 12.
Okay, DC 12 pie.
That one. Fucking huff another pie, sunshine.
Can I use the +3 on these? Or
Yeah.
does it have to be a. obstacle.
No, it can be on pies or obstacles. So there's 2 more pies and 1 obstacle left. So there are 3 things that you can use it
No,
on.
I still can't make it, even with the +3. Damn. Alas.
18 I had.
18? Okay, cool. Really. So what did you just...
That was a 7.
7, okay. So it's not a complete failure, but it's not looking good. You're
Yeah.
still right up in the front, but now the lizard is starting to pull ahead on because she
That
scoffs the
lizard.
pie quicker. But the lean orc is starting to fall back because he's struggling with eating.
Okay.
It's like, this is too dense for him.
I'm gonna say Scarius chokes to the point of losing consciousness and forfeits.
No.
Okay, yeah, you're just like lying there in the dirt, like unceremoniously covered
Sad.
in mud, covered in crumbs. There's like a bit of dribble down the side of your mouth. There's just like one of the sort of event organizers looking down at you, just like, the fuck, man, what happened? Poor dude.
The poison did you well.
What did you get in this one?
20.
20. Ooh,
Not
okay.
natural, but 20.
Yeah.
Can I rage? as I fail that pie.
Yeah. So you get really fucking
rage.
annoyed at yourself that this lizard is pulling ahead, and you just full on rage up.
And the lightning just goes and
So
yeah.
Briarleaf, you were now like just behind backs with that like lean orc. The chubby orc is still struggling over the hurdles because he's sort of like trying not to fall by like slowly stepping over them, but it ain't working for him, bless him. So next there's the ramp and the jump down. So that counts as 1 obstacle, but it is a DC of 16 because
Is
it's
this-
all one thing.
Athletics?
So for you is 20.
Can we?
It's
Fucking
just
DC of 20.
dex.
Oh, just dex.
Flat
Oh,
dex.
I was really
You should
hoping
fly
for
this, love.
athletics for the advantage. Right.
I'm going to use my +1.
Mhm.
+1.
Right, if this is the last one, I'm sticking my whole +3 in
What was
this, I
that?
think.
4
No, wait.
Oh, dex is
dex.
not
So
great.
add your dex bonus.
Plus
Four.
16.
No,
Oh, no,
hang on.
no, my dex is
I'm
+2.
doing it wrong. I'm sorry.
+4. So
Oh,
plus
yeah,
5.
okay. No, still can't make it, even
Nat
with a
20.
+3.
Ooh!
Yeah,
Nat 20.
I told you that. I can't even find my deck. Why can't I find it? Where
So
is
Bax,
it?
what did you get?
That would have been a 10.
10.
Yeah.
Rough.
Darius, can you help me?
It's
I
just
don't-
your flat dex.
Yeah, no, I can't find it.
Just at the top by your ability scores.
Oh, it's gone. This is weird.
Yeah, it's disappeared.
Oh.
I got 25 altogether.
Like
Jesus.
that?
Not 20.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
So it's-
I'm
was
fine.
it Dex, was it?
Dex.
Yeah.
6.
6 total.
Yeah.
Okay. You biff it.
Yeah.
You sort of you get up the wall fine. It takes you like a little time to pull yourself up.
So
But
roll
as you
back
go
down.
to jump, yeah, you just completely biff it. You like sort of trip yourself up off the top, so you essentially fall like 10 feet flat, down, like belly flop into the mud.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even like sausage roll down. That's sad. That's not like
Sausage roll.
Briarleaf.
No, it's literally just like a wall. You're jumping off of something like flat down into
Oh,
mud.
I thought you meant like a skateboard thing.
Yeah,
like
you run up one of those,
Up one
and then the
and
other
down
side
the
you
other
just
side.
jump.
Oh, so I fell down the
Yeah,
other
you just
side.
tripped over the top
Oh.
and just belly flopped into the mud.
Okay.
But
Okay.
luckily for you, so did other people.
First?
Hmm?
No, that'd be worse for me, wouldn't it, if I landed
Yeah.
on other people?
So, at this point, as Bax sort of like unceremoniously lands like on his side, Lilith lands perfectly by the side of him and just starts taking off. So now is the final pie, but you've got the choice to win or find a way to make Bax win.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Oh yeah, because you bet on
Because
Bax.
it's currently
Yeah.
you, the lizard lady, and you are all neck and neck. And then just behind that is the 2 orcs. And then behind that is the Minotaur and Briarleaf.
Is this final pie?
Final pie.
Final pie.
So we're
It's
all.
the apricot one. This can't be a high
now.
DC,
So
surely.
So the 3 of us are like in line then.
Yeah, you're basically all making the final dash for the pie. It's whoever eats the pie first and then crosses the finish line wins. So you've got like basically, if you biff the roll accidentally and Bax makes the roll, it's likely that he'll win, but he'll roll off
Sleight of
against the
hand
thing.
and trip the lizard.
I'm thinking sleight of hand, push the table over, take one pie. Give it back.
No, trip the lizard.
No metagaming.
Sleight of hand, stab the lizard.
Seduce the lizard.
Sleight of hand, pick up a new client.
Sweep the leg.
So, it is a con of DC 14. But
Okay.
obviously with the
Right, this
the
is where
biffs on
this is
Okay.
where I'm going to put the plus
I'm
3 then,
gonna
because it's the last one.
Straight
definitely.
up rugby tackle the lizard.
Okay.
Oh shit, that was terrible.
You make an athletics check as you're running towards the pie.
Is my rage going to help me eating this pie at all?
Raging.
You're
but
so
surely if I-
angry that you're gonna like
Miss it.
murder the pie.
18.
Maybe. Hang on. Let's see where this goes a sec.
Athletics.
Yeah.
20.
You're so angry you don't need to
20?
chew.
But not natural.
So
You ever been hangry before? Oof.
are you okay? I know you said you're gonna full on rugby tackler. However, make a stealth check for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it look like I've kind of like fallen, but like, oh no, I got it.
Yeah. Make a stealth check because you've successfully like grappled her essentially. But let's see if it's obvious or not.
11.
11. Okay. I will roll for. Judges are blind as shit. That's a nat 1 and a 5.
Oh.
You trip and catch her basically like you essentially thumb into like her Achilles heel.
Oh.
Nice.
And she just falls face first, like basically nicking the top of her head on the table as Bax is chomping through the final pie. He chokes a little bit, but he manages it and wins. However, you and the lizard, since you hit the floor, are now overtaken by. Wait, did you
No, the
say
two
you score?
walks. I didn't even roll.
Eat the pie. Roll.
Eat the pie.
Eat the pie.
pie.
Eat the pie.
So, you know, like being hangry, I really want to make like a totem of hanger.
6.
Like barbarian now.
Yes.
So it's
I thought I
Bax
rolled a
first,
0 then. I was really confused.
then the lean orc, then the chubby orc, then Lilith at 5, then the lizard because she took longer to get up, then you.
Don't tell me I came out, but don't tell me I
7th.
came after the lizard. The
Lizard. The lizard.
It's about this time that he regains consciousness.
Who won? Yeah, so you were 7th.
No, you have to beforehand so you
The
can see that I
Minotaur's
did
eighth.
there because he's not gonna fucking realise. No, I need some sort of heroicism in you.
Oh, what's the matter with us?
No, you all bet on Bax, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, you won. So everyone gets 15 times what they put down on it.
I put 10 down.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, nice. I'm just there, like, holding my hammer above my head, like, yeah!
Slightly
Still
choking on a pie
raging.
with like a few crumbs like
Like
sort of dotted around your chin.
There's crackles of
I get
electricity going around.
I get up and look and see that Bax has obviously won, and I'm like, this is a good and a bad day.
Scry is like, huzzah! I won so much money, eh? You didn't let me down!
Fuck yeah! Just like, it's still in the midst of the rage, just like Tesla
down,
coiling
chap.
between myself
You're tearing
and
after it. Don't give yourself
come down
hemorrhoids.
like, okay, cool,
Bloody
cool.
awful.
I'll just put the hammer down in the mud.
Did you carry that hammer the whole way?
Yeah.
To be fair, it was one of those things where it's like, there's no one brave enough to take it from you at the start
So
line.
15 times 5, 75.
75, yeah.
Do we get whatever as well for whatever we've come in?
Oh yeah,
Does that
didn't
make
you say
sense?
the 15 people get money?
Yeah, I get nothing
Yeah.
because I just
So
didn't
you
play.
get an additional flat 15.
Nice.
Lilith was... Briley was 7th, so you get 7 gold. Lilith was 5th, you get 5 gold.
I thought you
no.
said I was 4th.
Shit. Hang
That
on.
makes sense.
No, I did this backwards. You get 15 because you were first. You come... 1, 2, 3... Oh yeah, 4. So you get... wait, no, it was 5th, wasn't it? Because it was Bax.
Yeah, it was 5th. The 2 orcs.
2 orcs.
And then me. And then
Oh,
the
yeah,
lizard.
you lizard. So who's 6th? Because you were 7th. Fuck, who did I forget?
The Minotaur.
Oh, he was after you. I think I just miscounted. Okay, 6th, 4th, 1st, 15,
Nice.
11, 9.
11, yeah?
Yeah.
Solid.
Nice.
Solid.
Fucking hell. I cocked that one up.
So,
I'm up to 200 gold.
can you
That's
remember
pretty
in
Congrats, that's maybe a
the
magic
archery?
item.
Maybe.
Can you remember in the archery where like Bryleaf got really fucking salty and she was pouting? She's exactly the same now because the lizard beat her.
Oh.
She was like
She's a
in
lizard
really
racist.
bad. No, she just was in competition with her for some unknown non-racist reason.
She got tripped over
Sexist
one.
reason. She's like, I'm the only woman.
Yeah, she got tripped over by sitting swamps
I
at
mean,
one time.
hello.
I mean,
I'm also here. Lady, in loose terms.
Lady.
A loose lady.
Lady.
but I'm gonna give half my winnings to Bax because I feel like he deserves it.
Oh,
I'm not, because I fucking tripped and made him win.
Max doesn't know that. He has no idea.
Yeah, as far as he just heard like two like dull thuds behind him in the mud as he was choking on the final pie.
Literally, she is so furious with herself for doing it, but obviously she wouldn't have won the 75 gold otherwise. So she's like, okay, fine, I won 75 gold, but I'm so fucking angry that I
Yeah,
didn't
so
win.
I'm gonna split it 50-50 with Bax.
Aw,
so
man.
75.
You still would have won like 70 gold or whatever. It was like there was a 5 gold difference, but like still, it was probably worth.
How much is that? Half of.
Half of 75.
So that'd be.
32.5.
Hold on.
32.5.
There we go. Thank you very much.
30, so
37.5.
37.5.
37 gold and 5 silver.
Sorry.
Scarius is
Oh,
sat on a
Electrum.
bench somewhere.
Or Electrum.
Yeah,
Scarius is sat on a bench somewhere and he's like shaking and
In the
drinking a
loser-
glass of water.
sat on the losers bench with a bunch of drunks who were like choking on pies.
I'm gonna come and sit next to you and just be like, how was the poison?
I prefer the poison.
Where'd you go? I kind of lost you there.
I don't know where I went. I think
Turned around and you
I-
were just gone.
At one point, I went to the bottle of plonk
Oh, okay.
against
okay.
my will.
That explains a lot.
Was red there?
There was a pink one as well.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
I'm just gonna lean over to you and just be like, did you see what I did?
Did I see what she did? Did we see what she did?
He was sleeping.
Well, with your passive perception,
I
you
was
were running
outdoors.
behind them. You specifically would have spotted what she did.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of myself. She just pats herself in the back. And then she looks at you like,
I love competition, Regan.
It's like, hey, look, sorry, clearly one of us was just a little bit faster than the other.
If it wasn't for those nat 20s, Lilith would have won.
Pax has no idea that he didn't win legit.
When
the lizard fell over.
You know what?
I
yeah.
fell over as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fell.
That was
Fell over, completely innocently fell
That
over.
was a shame, but you know, just gotta keep your feet on the ground sometimes to win these kind of things. You
Not
know.
in the air.
Didn't you also fuck one of the things up?
Yeah.
Like, you were also covered
Yeah.
in dirt.
Yeah, but he's like, no. I did good. I won. No. Nothing happened. This is from everybody else running past me and into the mud. I didn't do anything wrong.
Darius finishes his glass of water and then puts a pouch of gold in your hand. 50 gold.
Oh damn! I've got more gold than I did like ever now. So
Wow, okay.
From 1 to 1.
yeah, from 1 to now 104.
Fuck me sideways.
Congratulations.
You missed the fucking side grin.
Death stare. Well, look, I just made everyone here a lot richer.
Including me, thank you again.
How much did you win, Scry?
Too much.
Scry.
You don't think maybe just a little of
Yeah, flicks you basically, Courage is like carrying him past the gang 'cause he's still milking it, and as he's going past, he flicks you a copper and he leaves.
piece of shit? Nah.
Hello, I'm my back. Thank you very much.
I know I've already kind of traipsed you around town for shopping today already, but
I'm making.
pub?
What are you making?
Yeah,
Making an aching.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
Okay, pub first.
getting kind of late. Maybe we should
Pub.
Okay.
maybe we'd stop at a shop on the way back, and then we can relax for the rest of the evening.
There's
Do
nothing
you
on
know
tonight,
do
is
you
there?
know of any
Animal
jewelers?
racing.
Do I know of any jewelers?
Jubilant is.
Lilith has
Gem
malfunctioned so many times.
You know, who?
Gem makers.
The John slapped her a little too hard.
I could do with some sort of gem worth
So
100 gold.
you do actually know that in that like Maker's Hall type thing, there were
Oh, I saw a guy when I was buying the stupid amount of copper.
lapidarists, not lepidopterists. That's butterflies. Lapidarists, something
Yeah.
like that. Gem people.
Gem cutters.
Don't start with these
Facebook
fancy words,
witches.
Jen.
Gem makers.
They cut and sand
Yeah.
gems.
Gem cutters.
They're doing these fancy words again.
Okay, let's stop at the.
I said
at the-
Facebook witches. How was that fancy?
I don't know what that is.
It's just those girls that sell
Why?
crystals on
Put-
Facebook.
Oh,
The
You know,
shopper dopper
amethyst
twist,
under your
whatever you
pillow.
say.
Shadropotis. Well, not feet.
Let's go and see the Chiropodist.
Let's go see the Chiropodist. Chiropractor while we're there. Click my back.
Let's go and see the eucalyptus.
It's one of those
Ukulele.
ones that is like, there we go, nice and quiet. Just like splits you.
They're just an assassin. They just snap your neck.
It's the perfect cover.
Noting that down for later. Yeah, so you do remember seeing that, because you bought some of the copper from one of the jewelers there, that it was mostly the sort of the wire and the rods of copper, because they would sort of be able to bend that into jewelry rather easily. So yeah,
I just
how-
literally, not to delay things, I pop my head back in on it. It wouldn't be on the way though, would it? We could go
How about
up and around, couldn't we?
we go back?
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
do
let's just walk away that
let's
takes
go
us.
to a pub
It's not much of a
on the
detour.
way, do shots, and then go and get jewels.
Well, the jewels
that
would
sounds
be-
great to me.
like a bit of a detour on the way to
The pub.
the three-legged goblin.
Yeah, but there's surely pubs between.
There is the. Oh wait, hang on, which?
Oh, don't take that fucking creepy pub. I'm not
Yeah, I was
going
gonna say. I think that no, the creepy pub was down towards the archery, so that's the other way.
I'm not getting a wiki again.
I forgot my own key on my map. So
On the way, we'll find a pub, do some shots, so I don't hurt as much.
Okay.
to be
and then
fair, there
we'll
are
do-
like street vendors that
Yeah,
also sell
as long as
alcohol.
someone does
cool.
sort of shots. Let's go and take some shots, go to the jewelers.
The gem makers.
Okay. You know how the wiki went last time.
Right,
I
yeah.
promise you, it's not going to go the same this time.
Okay.
Well, unless you want to try rum instead.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's try something different.
Let's see what they got.
We're doing new things today.
Let's have a look at all the fancy stalls.
Okay.
We want a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
And currently, nobody knows about the money I've won, so let's spend it before people do realise I've got it.
So, on the way to the sort of crafters fair type thing, there are a few stalls that sort of catch your attention, but ones that specifically do. There is a sort of little cropping in like a semicircle that sort of block off one of the little lanes going under the tables. That is all spirits of all
Ah,
types.
nice.
So,
Okay.
like immediately Skyrish is like, there.
Yeah. Is it one of those ones where they've got like a really thin bench and then people are just sat along the front, or is it more like?
No, it's more of like a walk up and purchase. There's like
Excellent.
it's
Yeah.
like a multi-tiered stall system in like the semicircle with like bottles that go up and back, but also then like sort of shot glasses around the front for like testers. There's like specific tester bottles, because the idea is that you get like a free tester and then you buy a bottle. So
And I guess.
you could purchase a shot from them,
No.
but like
Well, I was thinking judging by the festival going on in town, nobody gives a shit about public drinking, do they?
oh no,
Right. So I'll just
they don't anyway.
yeah, I'll just go up and I'll say, hello, do you have any black rum?
Hold on, let me check for you, lad. And then he sort of reads this. He's got a list, and he reads it right up close. And he's like, this isn't actually my stall. I'm looking after it for a
Oh,
friend.
is it like a categorized wine list?
Yeah, basically, he's like,
Nice.
yeah, it says here there are two. And then he sort of follows the coordinates, and you can see him tracking up the shelves, and he's like, this one and this one, and he plonks them in front of you. He's like, This one is 3 gold a bottle. This one is 8 gold a bottle. This one is brewed with like hints of coconut in it or something. And this one, and then he like goes back to the notes. Doesn't he say? Just says black rub, and then like the brand or the brewery
I'll take
or whatever.
the 8 gold one.
Do you want to try a shot first?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, we'll all try a shot of it first, and then he'll buy one.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. This is on me.
Just
You
take the
can
shot.
try something else if you want.
Okay.
If he's already buying the rum.
Yeah, I'm going to buy the bottle anyway.
Yeah, but you could have tried it first, and then we would have had a free drink, you fool.
Yeah, but I
Not
was
very
going to
good,
buy the
very good
bottle anyway.
chaos.
You don't get extra.
You're not very good at chaos.
It would have been poured from that bottle, to be fair.
I'm trying to be chaos. I'm trying to buy without testing, without.
That's pretty chaos. Yeah, that's pretty chaos.
To be fair, only a mad cunt would buy a bottle without even trying to taste it once, you know.
I'm throwing caution to the wind.
Am I not making sense?
Trying it first will be the safe
You
option.
can try
this
one
is
of the
this
other
is
drinks if you
the
want to.
I'm just saying we would have had more drink.
You can.
no, it
Do
would
you want the bottle
Are
as
you
well?
not listening to me, lassie? You can try a different fucking drink.
Do you want to try the different drink?
I'm gonna.
You don't get a
What's
full
the
shot
most
anyway, you just
expensive
get a
thing you
little
sell?
taste or something.
Okay.
what the
Right.
most expensive bottle you got?
That's a dangerous thing to
Deep
say.
breath.
Well, and then he like.
Fucking hell, someone
Wait
needs
a
to get
minute, I
laid.
need to consult the manual. And he like turns a page and he's like,
Wink.
do not
like
allow people to taste test the really expensive bottles in tier 1 of list. Sorry, lad.
What's tier 2? What's the most expensive in tier 2?
That's 50 gold a bottle.
Okay, can we taste that?
Aye, but it'll be a small amount.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I put a platinum on the table and just take the bottle.
Okay. So, I'll get your change, hold on.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'll keep the change then. And he goes in like a pouch and he's like... right, so, this is a whiskey.
It's a wiki.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're not a fan of whiskey, no?
Yeah, no, it makes you go all loopy and it's not.
Everything, mate, it's fucking
No,
alcohol.
like not that way, like a different way, like you know.
Have you been to Master Goto's?
Master Baiters, what?
Master Goto's.
Oh, goat whores.
Goat whores, yes.
Whores for goats. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it was something like that.
We went in there and the whiskey actually did something weird to us that whiskey doesn't normally do.
Slipped you a Mickey.
What?
Put something in the drink to make you a bit like...
Yeah, that's what they did.
That might have
That's
been
what
it.
they did.
I remember those days. You could just see him having like very fond memories of clearly doing drugs.
Right. Okay, well, we want to taste that 50 gold bottle, so you know, come on, bring them on.
So yeah, this one
Let's go.
is in and then he goes back to the thing. Aged in alder barrels,
Alder
made
barrels.
from 50% malted rye, 50% unmalted rye. I don't know what any of this means, by the way. I'm not an actual drink salesman. I normally
No,
sell
I-
yarn.
I'm just smiling and nodding.
I
I don't know what any of it means either. Does it taste good?
I didn't fucking know. You think I sat here and drank every one of... I didn't drink all of them, right?
You haven't tried this one.
No.
Okay, well, you have
think
a
I can
taste
afford
as well.
50
You
gold
have a... Go on, have a little taste too.
I suppose you wouldn't.
Join us.
He just pulls out, like, I'm talking, these are just enough to get, like, a flavour in your mouth. They're, like
Like
tiny.
a thimbleful.
Yeah, like a thimbleful. And he just gives you each, like, a little tasting cup. And he gives us a sniff, and he's like, hey, shite, that reminds me of the... I'm not going to go into that.
Max knocks it
Doing the
back.
hatch.
So what are we drinking?
It's basically
Ricky.
a whiskey that is fancy and old as shit and aged in a barrel of alder wood instead of the usual like oak wood.
Which one's your favourite?
I just drink any old shite.
Okay, well, that was
White,
awful.
straight
So,
barrel.
I place it back.
Yeah, it's very aggressive whiskey. There's sort of like a smoky peat type flavour to it.
What the hell is that?
So peat is like a
Mud.
type of carbon-rich dirt,
I'm quite impressed.
Peters.
carbon-rich wet dirt that they
So,
fire up as almost like coal.
Peat
and-
bodies.
Used in the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's used in the,
The
process of
process.
drying the rye. What did I say it was rye.
Right.
So where does peat
I-
come from?
No,
Why is it smoky?
PEAT, the
Peat,
dirt,
yeah.
is used to fire the rye to dry it
Not a
out.
man.
I-
do you know?
I spent-
do you know what I had in my head? Do you know Pete, like Mickey Mouse's friend? I thought he
I
was
could see.
smoking.
Yeah.
Smoky
That's what I
Pete.
thought.
But I spent like
Alright, kids, my name's Smoky
I
Pete.
spent most of my early drinking years thinking that I didn't like Scotch, and it turned out I just didn't like peated Scotch.
Oh.
But because most Scotch is peated, I was just like,
So
well, I
is-
just don't like Scotch. And then
Yeah, it's a very
So Pete, like the thing in the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, not Pete the man.
And then
Yeah.
People drink that.
I
no.
It's used
Right,
in the
that is
process, so
used
you
as a
get a
fuel.
flavour of it.
Hang on, right. So
It's okay.
you know, like when you light a fire with coal,
Yes.
right, and you can like dry something out over the fire.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, instead of coal, they use peat, which is basically like a type of dirt.
Because
Oh, so it's
like a
type is
taste.
flammable.
Yeah, and then the smoke, when it dries out the rye, leaves like a bit of flavour in it that's slightly smoky, slightly like
It actually
earthy.
does taste earthy.
Yeah.
Dirty.
So then that comes out in the whiskey after they've mashed the rye.
Sounds
I know
good.
this.
I was gonna say, like, I'm really impressed. Like,
No, seriously, how do I know this?
Oh, you just told me and I've already forgot, so well done.
There we
then.
are.
you very much.
Yeah, so it is very peaty. It's very dark and heavy, and quite aggressively alcoholic. But that being said, it's a very rich flavour that you think I could not drink more than 2 shots of this without feeling quite bloated. Like
yeah,
this
it
is a
sounds
very,
sickly as well.
Yeah.
very sickly but high quality.
I'm looking for
Rich.
something quite cheap that will get me pissed quite quickly.
Got you covered. Hold on. And he goes under the table and brings out 2 bottles of like some sort of what looks like either clear rum or vodka or gin or something. It's just
There's, like,
unlabeled.
Nondescript.
Nondescript.
Clear spirit.
Yeah. And he's like,
Great.
Is white spirit is terps. You got
4
terps.
silver each.
You're gonna die.
We'll take 3.
I'll take them both.
Brings out another one. He's like, this one's in a different bottle, but it looks the same. There you go. It's just like 2 matching bottles and a mismatched bottle of nondescript clear alcohol with
Okay.
no telltale signs of anything.
Okay.
And I can say I've got black
Like,
rum for
yeah.
definite.
Those are going to be
think-
gifts.
2 of them think like Smirnoff rounded bottles,
Yeah.
and then one of them in a very like squared off shouldered bottle.
What did you say? 4 silver each.
4 silver each, yeah.
So I'm gonna get 1 round one and the square one. So that's okay.
Yeah, so you get one
Sorry,
round and the
tough.
random one, and then you get the
Hello,
other,
that's mine now.
you get the other rounded one.
Okay.
If it makes you blind or you die, don't come crying to me. Not that you could.
I don't have any cups with me. Do you sell any cups? I know it's not really the done thing, but if you've got any spare cups, I'm happy to buy them.
He just sort of like looks in a bucket of like pre-used taster cups, and he's like, "That's about as good as you're gonna get." I could
That's,
spit shine them.
I'm good. I'll drink. We'll share from the bottle.
Yeah, just swig past. We're good. That's fine.
Let's just hope none of you have got the ick.
Has
Anything else I can help you with
here
today?
got
Why
the
did I
ick?
look immediately?
If you go
And you're
back,
like-
it's me like just
Oh no,
oh dear.
they're gonna know.
To be fair, anything that she does have is gonna get killed by the alcohol she's drinking.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
So
Yeah.
she'll be fine.
Especially if it's like
Anything
overproof.
down there, not
Oh,
up
yeah.
there, it's fine.
Well, you never know.
Riddled.
Okay, we got bottles. We got. What were we gonna do? What were we
Okay.
doing next?
So if we drink, everyone drink and pass, and then we each have a drink of each.
Which one are we starting with?
Well, you start with yours. I'll start
Hold on.
with one of mine,
Oh,
and we'll just pass.
round robin.
Round robin. Let's do it.
Very good.
So I assume you give one of yours to Briley to start with. Assuming you want to drink.
Bryleaf doesn't know what she's doing. Like, she's just been introduced to ale, so this
It's
is like...
water.
I hold it
Just
up
drink
to the
it.
middle.
Just
Clink.
copy it. You'll be fine.
I-
Did you give her the round one or the square one?
Square one.
Square one.
Yeah,
Have we
she's
opened
just-
all of these
she's
bottles
just-
at once, or are we just doing
yeah.
one?
She's just gonna be like,
Open them all.
Yeah.
And
So
I-
the moment you do that, your pupils like dilate, your entire sinus system starts like burning. It is fucking strong. This is like an 80-90%er.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I'm just looking at all of it. And, what is it?
Nondescript clear spirit is just gonna
Water.
be bad. I take a good swig as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm
So
not
yours
messing
goes
about.
down real smooth. It's I don't really know how to describe dark rum. It's a bottle of Kraken. There we go. Sorted. Okay. Fuck.
It's all right. It's all right. I've got it.
Think of the best dark rum you've ever tasted.
I like dark rums. I'm there.
Oh, okay. Here's something different. You describe your favorite dark rum, so I can take notes.
Okay, so I don't like any of the flavored rums. So it's literally just, you know, like how you described like a sort of an aged wooden kind of taste. You get that with rums as well,
Okay.
because they're usually aged in wooden barrels. Sometimes they're aged in like former wine barrels.
Oh yeah, I've seen
So
that.
they've got like
actually,
a nice wine taste to them as well. But I'm just thinking of like a nice generic, but really well
yeah, good quality.
done
Yeah.
black rum.
Cool.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Lovely jubbly. Yours and yours are the same.
Yep.
It is a cheap tasting vodka. But on the slightly higher, it's not like a 40, it's more like a 45 towards 50. So you get that burn, just very nondescript, very bland, no particular flavour other than just battery acid
Yeah.
and pain.
Other than ick.
Yours, on the other hand, nearly blows your fucking tail out your ass. It is.
I haven't got a tail.
Haven't you?
No. Oh yeah, I have. Oh, have I? I don't
I
know.
thought you did.
I did a
I
little
thought you
tail.
said you did.
That's how drunk I am. Off that one sip.
It's only from the sniff. I didn't even know that it's tail.
No, right. There are some spirits that you'll drink. Like I had Sunset when I was like 17, and that's like 82%. And I took one shot, and that was enough. Like I noticed immediately.
Whatever the fuck
That
we
I
were
had a
drinking the
tail.
other day was horrible.
I had a tail, and it was weird.
But yeah, you.
That stuff we were drinking the other day was
You
way
full
strong.
blown,
I
like-
didn't like it at all.
It
Oh, that was alright. I quite
This-
like that.
burns, like physically burns everything down through your esophagus and into your stomach. It is just no flavour, only pain. It's vile.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can't even tell if it's a vodka or a gin. It's just this. To be fair, it's like 90% ethanol, so it's basically just sugary ethanol.
Yeah.
This
like
is a proper moonshine moment.
I take a
Yeah,
sip of
yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to show you that. Yes, yeah, and you can see the tears in my eyes, and I'm like
Is it like
trying.
Wheezing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
fermented distilled corn.
Yeah,
Just-
basically.
Oh.
Maybe sugarcane. It is sugar and pain.
Yeah.
That is it. No flavour.
As we walk away, I'm like, "Thank you, my good man. Can we
Cheers
pop
for the
into
gold,
the?"
lad.
Excuse me, what? So I was gonna say.
She
Excuse
scat
me for a
sings and then
second.
sneezes. Can we quickly pop into the jeweler? I'll just grab something really quick and then back to the goblin.
Are we not passing the drink around?
Yeah. We'll do as
Yeah.
as we
Okay.
walk.
So everyone does that. You're all sufficiently buzzed.
I'll
Lovely time.
I'll allow you
Before we
extra
go
time
to
on
the-
mine because it's the nicest one we got.
Okay.
Before we go to the jewelers, I suggest we take a break.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very good.
Back soon. Hello. Welcome back.
Bonjour.
Before the break, we did some mud running and
pie.
gymnastics and falling and pie eating. Bought a little bit of alcohol, got a bit buzzed, and now we're going shopping. So
Shopping.
back to you lot. You sort of make that quick detour to the makers, like vendor hall thing, and go back to some of the people that you expect to have what you require from where you bought the copper from them. And what is it you're after?
I would like a gem, preferably a ruby, worth 100 gold.
So you're met with this little... It's a red dragonbone, but he's so small that to begin with you mistook him for a kobold.
Right.
And
Oh,
he
bless.
looks kind of old and withered, and he sat in this chair, and he's like, Ruby, 100 gold, you say? Yes, I can do that for you. Do you want it cut, uncut?
As long as it is one solid piece and worth 100 gold, whatever.
Saves me the job to give you an uncut one. Here you go, chap. And he hands you off this, like, quite sizable.
Okay.
Like, a bit more than you expect. Again, because he didn't put the effort into, like, shaping it. So you get a slightly bigger raw ruby. But, yeah.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Anytime.
Have you worked in jewelry? Yeah,
Jewelry.
long.
Most of my life.
Do you know what this is? And she shows him her necklace.
So he's like, may I
Yeah.
take a look?
She
So
takes it
you,
off.
you hand it to him, and he brings out one of the proper monocles, and he's like getting up close to it. He's like, I don't recognize the style of the serpents, but whoever crafted it is particularly good. You see, for the size of it, the scale of the scales, if you'll pardon the play on words, is rather magnificent. Whoever crafted this truly was a master craftsman, or woman, or dragon. Dragons are bastards. And then he goes on like this little side rant about how people think Dragonborn and dragons come from the same lineage, but like they're actually completely different. And he's like, sorry, I was sidetracked. This stone, however, I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems to be the same black stone that comprises much of the city's architecture. Now, this particular stone we know very little about. It goes by many different names. Some people call it the Fool's Onyx in honor of the Fool's Gold. Some people call it the Stone of the Old Ones, but that's rather verbose, if you ask me. You can't really shorten it either, because Stone of the Old Ones is like either Su or Sotu, which again, rather stupid names if you ask me. So, yes, it does come under a lot of different names, but a lot of people around here just simply call it the Black Rock, or Black Glass, at a push, because some of it is so shiny that originally we thought it was obsidian, but alas, 'twas not. It is not a volcanic stone of any type.
I did spend a good hour when I arrived here thinking that it was obsidian.
A lot of people do. That is the schoolboy error. So
Schoolboy.
I don't blame you for it. But alas, no. You would never find obsidian in chunks as big as is found in the city. Because if you'd notice, the buildings themselves are actually hollowed out from one large piece.
That would be a big volcano.
You're telling me. We don't know where it came from. We've not found any evidence of quarries nearby either, so it's a riddle to us all.
That's
But
very
yes,
mysterious.
I've never seen anyone be able to work it into a piece of jewelry either. I certainly haven't done it. So whoever did this was certainly good at what they did, for I cannot say I've ever even seen a piece of this rock this small. It tends to be bigger than buildings, or the size that you see the monument behind me. So I don't really know how they managed to cut it so finely, or where they would have even sourced it. Where did you get this necklace, may I ask?
Just always had it,
You've always... family heirloom, perhaps?
I assume.
Peculiar. May I try something with this necklace?
Are you going to break it?
Not if I'm careful. I simply wish, on the back side of the stone where it meets the silver, to strike a very fine and small mark with a punch to see if it can even be worked. You will not see it when it is worn, and I will be sure to buff it out if able or required. I
Okay.
can reimburse you if it goes completely wrong.
Okay.
So he takes it, puts it in this like little sort of tiny little, like comically small vice with like leather.
But it's massive to him.
Yeah, like these like little leather essentially padding on it to prevent damage to it. It locks it into place. Takes this tiny, tiny little punch. It's basically like a needle that is clearly some sort of strengthened alloy of sorts, and just gives her a firm ding, and nothing. He's like, "Gods above us and among us." I just said among us. And I hate myself for it. I hate that I pointed it out.
I hate you too.
He goes, "Not even so much as a scratch on the surface. I don't know how the hell this was worked into a necklace. I'm intrigued now. You've stumbled upon something rather rare here, my friend. I would hold on to this very tightly if I were you. Perhaps even speak to someone at the university about it, maybe? There is a archaeology department at the city university that study the architecture of the place and have done for thousands of years, but I won't lie, they turn up pretty much nothing, it would seem. You see, I am an ex-member of the university, alumni, if you will, not in the archaeology department. I was originally training in the art of physics, but when we did our module... I'm not going to bore you with this, I'm sorry. I tend not to be able to talk to customers very long, so...
I would love to hear what he has to say, but I know that these three just want to go and get pissed. So,
I don't.
well, these
I
two
just
will
have no
like-
idea what he's talking about. So I'm just standing there.
I don't know, I'm quite interested in going in and having a look at this necklace now, but hey ho.
Long story short, look for someone in the university, in the archaeological department, perhaps they can help. Maybe Professor Kezra at a push, though he more poet, laureate, whatever. He tends to have some decent connections, to be fair, especially among the famous alumni of the university. But yes, I am highly intrigued by this jewel, so hold on to it tight.
So just for everyone's... You'll be able to see it, like she wears it at all times. So it's just like a black cord, and it's got like two serpent shapes coming towards it, and then this little stone in the middle of it. It's only like it's small, but yeah, she's always got it on.
It's
kind of like, I don't know, I'm not very good at drawing, but
there's a customer that sort of like approaches
That's about
behind.
thanks.
Very nice.
Like
Oh, look.
ovaries,
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
got
so
an
like
ovary around your
Snake,
neck.
snake.
like snake, like this, snakey, snake, snake,
okay.
and then that's the
Ah,
stone.
yes,
And a-
ovary snake.
And a
Ovary snake.
I get it.
jeweled
Yeah.
uterus. There's a person that approaches behind that you assume is a customer. They're in like a sort of well built up robe, like layers upon layers of robes, and they just sort of peruse, and it seems like they're trying to listen a little, but
Okay.
without they are trying not to make it obvious, but they seem to be rather poor at doing so. But before anything can really be done about it, they just sort of mosey away and peruse elsewhere, and then before you even notice, they're gone.
Does any of us take notice?
Yeah, pretty much all of you notice in like sort of at least as they're leaving.
Yeah. I nudge Briley.
I just go, I don't trust anyone who wears robes on robes.
Double denim. Double denim. Never trust
The
someone.
double
with
denim of the
denim.
fantasy world.
I knew you said that they disappeared, but I will run outside and see if I can track them. As in, I know I've lost them, but I see
what
if I
direction.
can get eyes on them and
Okay.
track them.
Make a perception check then, as you sort of just like approach towards them and look around.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. Okay. You saw them sort of leaving the actual like open A structure that, well, not open A, but open walled structure that you're in. And the last you see them, they're going out of like the main entrance, facing west. Yeah. but then they just immediately disappear in like a crowd of people. But you don't know necessarily whether they were heading due west or just leaving the west like door.
Right.
But you understand that they left this door and then like gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pop up like kind of under Scaris's arm and just go, who's that?
I think we were being followed.
We got trouble?
Possibly.
Okay.
I've lost.
Camera.
I've lost them now.
Jeweler is like,
Yeah.
who was that?
I assume that was just a customer.
But
Just someone who comes and peruses, looks at my wares and thinks, I can get it cheaper elsewhere.
If we come back in.
Well,
If you want.
yeah.
Would I have known them?
I'm gonna just stay out on the street and keep an eye.
Not that you
Okay.
think.
I'm gonna come back in and kind of be like, do you know who that person was? Have you seen them before?
Not that I'm aware of, but the outer layer of robe at least looks like someone from the temple district, but they don't normally... Normally it's sort of like a habit, you know, like a monk robe that they wear. And it's all sort of one dull beige with golden trim, but that was something else underneath, one that I don't recognize. No.
Did I recognise any of it?
No. It was a sort of... Oh, bless your face.
You didn't
Bless
scat
him.
sing.
That reminded me of that girl from Little Mix trying to do a Jamaican accent.
Yeah,
But I
You could tell you
Thank you.
just panicked then and you just...
You made little robot noises.
I'm going. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm ADHD in. Right. Okay. Sorry. Go.
But no, it was a very dark, like burgundy, pushing into the purple, but not like violet, like the trays. More like a purple, but not like a recognizable one of any.
And then beige
Variety.
on top of that.
Yeah.
Fashion, please.
Yeah. Jesus
Jesus
Christ. Denim
Hey,
on
people
denim.
Whoever he may be.
No, purple on denim works because purple and
not-
yellow are accented colours, and usually beige is more yellow tinted.
Just
So
say
like,
purple on denim.
He did.
fuck you, fucked me up with the denim conversation. Purple on beige. Because beige is usually heavily yellowed, and yellow and purple
No,
are
that's
All I
hanging.
can see now is a dude with double denim.
Yeah. Naughty. See,
some
they're
fucking
naughty.
cowboy,
A robe
like denim
made
cowboy
of-
hat,
a
denim
robe
jacket,
made of
denim t-shirt,
denim.
denim boots,
Denim socks.
Somehow got a denim wife beater on underneath as well.
denim bandolier.
Denim shoes.
And a
Sorry
denim
if you
bra.
wear purple and beige, we need to sort yourself.
And double denim.
They're literally complementary colours.
It'll turn out that that's our entire audience.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, I'm fuming, I'm taking back my son.
Sorry, don't think back.
But alas, no, I'm afraid I don't recognize the chap. Only that the outer layers looked like they were from towards the temple quarter.
So is there
Maybe.
is there different like I can't think of the word.
Attire.
Not cults.
Oh.
Like monk
Sects.
divisions.
Yeah, like different. They call them
It's not like
sects.
cult coming in my
Sects.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
sort
would
of
be-
worked.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Scouts.
So there's a couple within the city, but it's all under one umbrella. So there is the new god pantheon that they all worship, but then the higher ranking monks then will be sworn to Elor, the goddess of life. This is all very common knowledge because it's like throughout the world. Then under them is like the sort of upper tier of gods that have been deemed appropriate. So like Ilisek, the god of the sky, Lidar, god of the land, Lemeth, god of light, goddess of light, Caravas, god of intellect, Malia, god of the wilds. They are like and Banel, Theus's wife, goddess of judgment and.
Do they
quality
all
and stuff.
wear the same achi outfit?
They've all got like a very simple.
Do they all wear double denim?
Yeah, they all rock around in cowboy boots with assless chaps dyed pink.
The ass is dyed pink.
They
The
are
chaps are
baboon
just
cult.
normal. Eh?
No, but they all wear like the sort of neutral tones. Different cities will have slightly different, like, so some of them will have much colder, sort of like grey blue, but still like much paler. Some of them will have like neutral pale greys. Some of them will have pale browns and tans or beiges. But they will wear either like a sort of neck piece, not like jewelry, but like a sash almost type of thing, you know, just like around the neck, like a big, usually like satin neck piece.
Girl.
Yeah, that will have their like usually either the color or the symbol associated with the god or goddess that they worship. So, for example, like Caravas has like a very rich, like navy, like royal blue sash, like as being the god of intellect, and associated with mana. It's very blue.
I actually can't
focused.
remember the monastery's colours because I've dyed mine.
Yeah. I want to say I either said like a crimson-y color or like a violet-y color. I'll double check.
Yeah,
And I went boring and just browns.
Browned
I
them.
thought, like,
You
I was,
browned your clothes. Congratulations, sir.
I was assuming that, like, us three didn't really know much, but would Scarius recognise the uniform?
It's not that sort of monk.
No.
Oh,
It's not
there's
like a
different monks.
It's not like
it's
a
not a
martial
martial
monk.
monk. Yeah.
It's not like a fighting monk at all. Think instead of
Rather than
sort of
monastery,
kung
an
fu
abbey, yeah.
like movie monks. Think like fucking
Medieval.
Lindisfarne,
Holy monk.
like English Christian monks with the tonsures. They don't
Yeah.
have tonsures, but just think, you know,
that kind of thing.
Oh, silent monks.
yeah, the Pia su Domine.
Okay.
I
Monty Python bit.
while you're in there talking to the dude, I'm gonna actually move into the crowd and engage my new eye.
Terminator mod on.
I'm gonna follow you. Just be
Just
like,
like falls out. You're like, oh fuck, hang on. I haven't figured this out yet.
As we walk in, I've like said to you, like, I've often got people keeping eyes on us, like on me,
we
but I don't
got
recognise who that was.
like reason to think these guys were being suspicious. So were they just scouting at the shop, or
No, they were listening.
okay? And you didn't recognize him? Should we follow?
Well, I've
yeah,
moved
so-
into the crowd,
yeah.
so basically, rather than trying to spot someone, I'm actually like investigating. I'm trying to actually get in and see people.
Yeah, so are you being like quite boisterous with it, or are you just sort of like
I'm-
moving between and like?
I've been terribly mugged before, and this is giving me the willies. So I'm just like, oi.
You're the first person in the party to be given the willy today. Yeah, so
So
Lilith, check.
Give Van the willy. Oh yeah, she would. Yeah.
Fucking
No, I thought. Never mind.
She a
thought she was
hoe.
giving the willy.
Yeah.
she a hoe.
She a
Be
hoe.
giving the willy. You don't know what her clients are into.
She a hoe.
What
It might leave splinters, but alas.
No, she
Yeah.
uses the stone. The new stone. But no, sorry.
I'm just really eager
Jade
to have a
eggs.
+7 on my investigation.
Okay, so yeah, you sort of investigating through the crowd a bit, just sort of slinking through, bumping people slightly to like turn them, trying to get a look for these like colours or identifiers. So yeah, make your rule.
Okay. 26.
26. Okay.
Don't say
Um,
anything.
No,
You
I explode.
no, I was
you're
gonna say,
gonna play again.
you don't spot the person you're looking for. You do bump into Gida, however,
Oh,
from the
fucking
boat,
hell.
who is with Roz.
Oh, fucking it.
They are trying to acquire some business. So they thought the best place to do it would be to corner people where they are also buying other things. So they know they have money. So they do bump into you, and Gida gives you the, oh, I remember you. You were on the boat, weren't you?
Yes, you were part of the dance troupe, yes?
And she looks at Roz, and Roz goes,
Say hello, darling.
yeah. Dance troupe with Lilith.
I was very impressed.
I'm gonna like poke my head in behind Scarius and be like, have you seen a monk?
Yeah, there was
No.
parts from me.
Not like, but like.
I mean, I've been in the temple quarter, but we were kicked out. We were trying to garner some business, but they're not really into it.
We
Oh,
were
shit.
in the jeweller's just now. and
Ah, fucking Lilith. You know, love.
There was a strange
Fucking nasty
figure.
bitch.
I think they were tracking us.
It's not one of the bloody Petrocinis, is it?
It's not
Looking
a
after
normal.
her. And then Roz goes,
Was there anything stand out about them?
They had weird clothes on, like
they had-
purple and beige. It's like
They
double
were very
decker.
covered up.
2
Well,
sets
the
of
thing is, I'm
robes.
a bit colourblind, so that's not really helpful.
Okay, well, thanks.
Also, what did the Petrocinis want with you?
Don't know.
They're a crime family,
They're
yeah?
both looking at you as if
Just
to be
like-
like, I don't know what to say.
Okay, so Temple Quarter?
Yeah.
Temple Quarter.
Okay.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Did I see you later in the week, Lily?
Fucking idiot.
I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything.
She's just like, fuck you, leaving.
She
just
goes,
like
yeah.
she's
Slag.
crabs.
ushering Scarus to the
Like, don't go with her, she's got crabs. She's shouting it really loud to like all of the customers.
She like pretends to scratch and then flips you off.
If you
crabs.
if you are paying them for protection, we can protect you. Okay?
I mean,
You don't need to
the
be-
state of my face right now doesn't suggest you can protect
But
me.
you went without us.
Yeah.
If you would let us come with you,
That was the biggest touche I've ever read on someone's face.
if you would let us come and like,
I don't think you would
okay,
want to come
I
with
would
me.
have paid. I would have paid to see. I wouldn't have, you know.
Not the only one.
Well, of course, you've got many adoring fans.
Many.
Yes.
Apart from this scabby bitch over there with her fucking crusty minge.
Well, competitors, isn't it? You know.
She's supposed to be on my team. Dirty slag.
That made me upset.
Well, crusty minge.
Yeah.
What did I call it before? I remember on the first one, and I
Oh.
just said it, and I was like, oh, like, what was it? Like butcher's platter or something, wasn't it?
Please don't.
Oh, no.
You fucking creature.
If
Sorry,
you've got
Jess.
yourself involved with the Petrocinis, we
What are
can.
you sorry at me for?
Because I heaved.
Oh, right. I
We
thought
can-
you meant because you said butcher's platter then. I was like, excuse me. Sorry, Jess.
Fucking clip you.
We can do something about that. You know.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Honestly.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fine.
Because you seem to be worried about money before as well, like giving money and keeping money.
What?
I just owe people money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you owe the crime family money?
Yes?
Technically.
What have you got yourself wrapped into?
Hey, look, people have all sorts of business. It's not always our place to ask about it.
If you need any help, let us know.
I don't know if you can help me.
You'd be surprised.
I think you would. All up the curtain.
Curtain
Move
will
away
be
from the
fine.
edge then.
Ah! There's a robot. It's fine, Rob.
Jess has incurred Robbie's
A
wrath.
minor
Did
spillage.
you see? I could
Anyhow.
just
Simply
feel
a
him.
minor
I could
spillage.
just feel him appearing. I was like, oh no.
Okay, let's go and see what this strange person wanted with us.
Okay, Temple District.
Okay, so it takes you 30-40 minutes to get through the crowd into like a suitable area of the temple district.
I'm still passing the rum around.
You good?
Do you want some rum? No?
She's broken him in
Do you
it.
want some rum?
You crying?
You know what? I'm gonna hold out until we can get some ale.
Okay. Rum?
Just give you the square bottle instead.
The square bottle is the nasty one, isn't it?
Like 90%.
I will.
Yeah, the cheap
I'll
one,
still
wasn't
take a
it?
swig.
It's like gin meets vodka, so like vodin or jinka.
Jinka. I like Jinka.
There we go, jinka.
That's good.
Yeah, it's vile.
And then I
there's
quickly
very
pass you
little
back
evidence of the potato that was used to brew, or very little. What's gin brewed out of?
Gin's vodka, then like infused, isn't it?
Yeah,
Kind of
infused
thing.
with juniper.
Botanicals, yeah.
Okay, so there's very little evidence of that. It's
It is made with juniper berries in it.
it's basically just, like I said, sugary pain.
Yeah.
So you get the sweetness, and then you're like, oh no.
For a long time, you had people illegally making gin in
still
their
laughing?
bathtubs. Like they were just buying tons of vodka and then just chucking juniper berries in the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Away from our juniper bushes. So yeah, it takes you a little bit to get into the
Stop looking at
area.
me.
There seems to be a large presence of, like, worshippers and monks, sort of like pseudo nuns. They sort of look more like sort of nun meets battle priest meets dominatrix. It's a vibe.
Okay.
It's an odd vibe. They seem to be the sort of like the personal guard of the church in this city specifically. You've not like noticed this before anywhere else, but this particular city seems to have a
Why am I
heavily
thinking of like
female-led.
Emperor Doviculus from Brutal Legend?
Yeah, sort of Emperor Doviculus meets the Sisters of Battle from 40k.
All right.
Meets none.
And they're all in double denim.
Yeah, they're all in cowboy boots.
Yeah.
No, they're
Slay.
You did this.
they are in sort of like platform boots, though not like massive, but
Yeah.
like it looks like if they kicked you, they would knock your nuts into last week.
Okay.
And they are quite heavily armed. They've got like a sort of very pale chainmail on. Think it looks more like polished aluminium than anything. It isn't aluminium, but it's got that sort of brighter tone to it.
It's aluminum.
Roll for die. But yeah, it sort of takes you all a moment to be like okay with this because there's just all these like heavily armored sex nuns vibing about.
Ew.
Yeah.
Little stout. This is not for me.
Too much competition.
Roz is there. Ta.
You're not paying me enough for this.
She's got the most armor on.
Yeah.
I want to keep an eye out
They're
for.
quite like, to be fair, don't get me wrong, they're not like scantily clad or anything. They're very well dressed. It's just there's like a lot of like leathery strapped vambraces with like black leather gloves and like all studded on the knuckles, and there's sort of like spiky bits on various parts of the armor. So it is just sort of like
She's back a
battle
bit.
goths. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the closest one and be like, "Hi, did you see a creepy man?" I'm assuming it was a creepy man.
It was a man.
Yeah.
A creepy man wearing purple and beige.
That is very little to go off.
Um,
Like,
Okay.
first of all, there's a lot of creepy dudes here at this time of year, especially in the party. And secondly, purple and beige, that's a pretty common color combination.
But robes, like as a monk.
Look around, honey. And she like points around and there's like people in all these like beige robes and they've all like accented it with all these different colors. And like there's some people with like red draped over a shoulder, like a sort of toga style. You know, like think if it was a Roman toga and they've got that extra bit of fabric like over the side. And like some of them have got purple, some of them have got like a more violety color, and some lavenders and lilacs, and there's like shades galore. And some guys with those like neck things I mentioned earlier, and it's just like narrows it down to like
I
20,000.
assume there's like a bunch of temples here to different, or is it?
Yeah,
like,
so there's like the main temple, which is like strictly off limits to like common folk. You have to be like inducted into the church.
of the cloth.
Yeah, of the cloth, touching cloth, if you will.
You have to be touching cloth.
Bless ye touch-clothed brethren. Yeah, so you have to be sort of baptized to become, valued enough to be allowed in. There are many flavors of temple and church that, like, a lot of them are sort of duplicates of each other just to allow for the masses of people. Some are dedicated to a specific god or goddess, some are dedicated to the entire pantheon, certain parts of the pantheon. There are ones for like races, so for example, dwarves will heavily worship Banel and Lidar because god of the land, goddess of justice. That's like dwarven values right there. So there's like a sort of a temple just dedicated to those two with like a statue of one of each of them, that sort of thing. So
Okay.
there's plenty to choose from.
so
Including even ones to like Theus and Hadras and other gods that are less liked.
none to mine.
God, there's Theus.
Well,
Isn't
yeah.
he your god
My
now?
previous one. That I didn't even know I had.
Wait a minute. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was like, wait a minute. I thought you meant from this like, pantheon, right? Yeah. To the point, there's even actually one to Talcaeus, the goddess of death, which is very rare to see in a major city. It's normally like small towns.
I will stand and just scan and see if I can find along the actual like buildings themselves any the most matching one in terms of color and iconography that I saw on this guy.
Okay, so you didn't necessarily make out any iconography per se, and the purple looked sort of familiar, but so Hadris has got a very like lilac-y color associated, like a lot of blues, but like in this particular place, a very lilac-y color associated with him. Vork, the god of war, has a very like burgundy color associated with him, like dried blood is the thinking. Telchaeus has a faded like grey, so not quite there, and Drek has a sort of purple tinted raven black, so like very blue purple, but very
the
black.
cool one.
Yeah. But none of them actually match that specific shade you were looking for.
You know the lady that Lilith was talking to, was there a lady?
Yeah, she was one of the battle priestesses.
She wasn't my friend. She doesn't like me.
It's not that she didn't like you, it's just you provided her with a very vague question with very little context.
Well, she was
That's all it is.
On her patrol. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her, like, is it normal for them to double or triple robe? Like,
I mean, to each their own. There's no like specific uniform, and like even us. She like points at the woman next to her, who's like essentially like a full Amazonian woman. She's a Goliath, like tan skin, like very Greek looking, like black long hair, wearing somewhere between like one of the sort of Spartan-y helmets with like the nose piece, and like with the Ottoman point. So it's like it's a bit too much going on all at once. It's like it goes up and down, and it's like pick a lane, sweetie. But she's built like a bandor, but she's got like different armor as well. So it's like there's no real like uniform. We just have to fit a theme, and like even then the shades of like she was asking she wasn't asking about. Oh yeah, she was asking about the color, but she's like, even if you just say purple, there'll be like 50 different like tones and shades depending which vendor you got it from, where that fabric was originally from in the world, and what berries and dyes they were used to make it. So like as long as you're sort of in a field of theme.
Did we notice anything specific on him other than
no, the only one who would have been Scarius. The only thing that you spotted other than like the robes and stuff, because he had the hood up as well, he looked human, or close enough to. You couldn't necessarily tell whether he was half elf, whatever, but looked human on the shorter side, and he was wearing black sandals.
I was going to say, was the shoes any different?
They're just black plain sandals.
Yeah, but as everyone from there,
there's all shades of blacks, browns, beiges, tans, you name it.
are there anyone wearing socks or sandals?
So instantly fight them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna say, like, okay, thank you, like, for your help. You're very pretty, by the way. I like the glove thing. Very sexy. And I'm gonna walk off really quick.
You could just hear her, like, sort of laughing with her friend, but not like at you, but just sort of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
It's just a fox lady just starts off.
Yeah, the tail sort of like.
I actually crouch and look at people's like foot line and then try and match them up. Like I just look for the black sandals and then I look for like the colours again and just see if I can.
Yeah, there's just this like rather rotund old like dwarf woman who's like looking down at you and she's like, "You fucking pervert! What? He's over here."
I'm trying to find someone.
Well, it's probably not me, is it? Fuck off! She like storms off.
I'll see like the thing and I'll, honey, there you are. Why? I'm not gonna be down there, am I? Come on.
He's not looking at you, a cunt, love. As she walks off.
You what?
Okay.
I that's a new one.
Oh dear.
Kunka.
That is disgusting.
Wow.
That is a
That is a new
brand
one
new
to me.
word by my
That
books.
makes me feel ashamed.
To own a
To
conker.
own a conker.
I keep it in a box.
This little
It's
pet.
velveted and locks away.
I should have a really creepy NPC like that, shouldn't I?
I collect
Okay.
conkers.
Oh god.
I don't think we're finding this guy.
Okay, I think we've hit a brick wall. Maybe he wasn't even, maybe he was just having a look around.
Did we even
Maybe he was
see
one
him
of your fans and he
come
got a
this
bit.
way?
He did.
Seen him come to the temple?
Oh, right, no, sorry.
So we don't even know if he went to the temple.
No, not necessarily, but it was a good place to start. But the only thing is, it's very much like a Where's Waldo at the moment. Where's Waldo? Where's Wally? Sorry, I'm not American. Where's Wally?
It's because I said it.
Sorry, Americans. You're just wrong on this one. Because everyone is in all these different near shades of beige and all these splashes of accent colours.
basically
It's like,
we saw what seemed to be like a monk and then decided,
Yeah, now it's a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, okay.
A monk in a pile of monks.
Yeah.
We're barking up the wrong tree, I think.
How about we go to the uni and go and see the guy, ask him about
the necklace.
the necklace, and also if he's had all the stuff from us, from the other person.
Yes.
You know, all the dead stuff.
All the dead
Oh,
stuff. Yes.
yeah.
Was that the same professor?
It wouldn't be the same professor, would it?
The same professor?
I thought it was the same professor.
So-
Herman. Is it
He
Herman?
did suggest Kezra, which was Herman's
Oh.
master, but he wasn't specifically like archaeological or
He suggested to go and see
geological or
him,
anything.
didn't he?
Yeah,
And
it was
then
basically
he'd give you
go
the
and see the
contacts.
actual people that would probably know. Push comes to shove, maybe talk to Kezra because he's got a few connections and might just happen to know something.
It could be good to catch up with Kezra anyway, to see if what we did actually.
As you're saying this, a bloodied person in a robe approaches.
Same
And
robe.
yes,
Oh.
and hands Lilith specifically
Oh, for fuck's sake.
this.
Oh dear.
I don't want
Pass
it.
it down.
No, thank
Just
you.
shoves it into your hand, pushes away from you, and just staggers down the street and collapses into a pile,
I was
Oh,
gonna
shit.
say I'll try and.
and then bursts into flames.
Oh, shit!
So I start preparing. for
Yeah,
action,
you like
with
you
my
do,
medicine
yeah,
and
you
everything.
sort of like type in the air,
Yeah.
you're ready to go, and this guy, he just slaps it in. It looks like he was gouged, like there was a big slit across his guts,
Ooh.
blood pissing out, like the purpliness had been dyed red.
Can they see that?
Yeah.
You go to react, you're like, oh shit, this guy needs help, and the flame erupts from the guts,
Is there
Right.
anything different on the
bursting outwards.
Yeah.
It's like a magenta flame though.
Yeah.
And it sort of eats around him in a circle, and it looks like it almost like turns him inside out,
As this
and then
is-
it just goes into like a big pile of ash.
Okay. Like before all that happens, I will like.
But it is the exact same guy that you saw.
I'll flag down one of the battle nuns.
The Batmans.
Help! He's on fire! And then by
Man
the
on
time-
fire, man on fire!
This dude is on fire.
I assume he is gone by the time they even arrive.
Yeah, well, basically, by the time you look back, you looking at him, he starts smouldering of this like magenta color. You
Smouldering.
turn back, yeah, and you're like, this guy needs help. And by the time you look back, he's like a pile of dust.
Ah. Is the
What?
crowd around like freaking out?
Yeah,
over
everyone's
this?
like panicking, moving away. Some people are already on their knees praying.
As long as we're
Some
not the
people
only
moved
ones
into
seeing
the
it, that's
temples.
fine.
Yeah, like guards are coming in, like from the actual other. 'Cause as much as there are the battle nuns, they sort of deal with the religious stuff. But like regular city guard are helping the battle nuns to like
Okay.
assess the situation and create like a cordon around this pile of ash.
Is this a normal occurrence? And I'm just like shouting into the crowd.
Okay, I think we need to go. We need to get out of here because somebody's this is bad. This looks bad.
Why
Yeah,
is he bloodied?
What did he give you?
Why does he bleed?
Why is he?
did he
He's
catch-
bleed because he stabbed.
Let's
I
see.
think.
What does
But
it
why
say?
from?
I don't know, but whoever it is, if he was coming to give you a note, that person's probably gonna come after
does
us
the note
next. So
say?
maybe we should.
Maybe at Professor Kezra's manor, Flare Dusk.
Who's
midnight.
Flare Dusk?
Flare Dusk is the day of the week,
Oh.
Let me
which
see.
happens to be today.
Ah. Okay.
The second day of the week is Flare Dusk.
Scars, look.
What? Do you know where the university is?
Yeah, but I don't normally go there.
Lead us.
That's blood. Ew, there.
That is blood.
Is this for you? Maybe
No,
this
thank
was
you.
for him.
Yeah, that's the blood from the guy that just like palmed it off to Lilith.
Lilith, you
But
can have it.
maybe we should go
She's
where
like-
he came from.
Where did he go? Can I look and...
Where did he
we
come
make out
from?
where he came from?
It was.
Where did he go?
Where did he come from?
Where did he go?
Cotton Eye Joe.
So
I was hoping he would just keep going back and forth. Then where did he come from? Where'd he go? Where'd he come from? Where'd he go? It's just it's
And
stuck in a
eventually it
loop.
becomes, where's your car, dude? Dude, where's my car?
But midnight has been changed from midday.
Does that look
Midnight.
like a recent addition?
Yeah, the ink looks wetter in game terms.
Oh, okay. Like wet, as in just now
Not
that's been
just penned, but within the last like
Like it's darker than the rest.
yeah,
Newer,
because it
like.
would dry like.
How close to midnight is it now?
It is
It's mid-afternoon, isn't it? Or late afternoon?
Yeah, it's like
I thought it was like six. Like wouldn't
yeah,
it be
between
like
6
late
and half
we're in the
six.
evening, aren't
About
we?
Yeah.
6 to half 6.
Because
Well-
the pie was 3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
and then the
Is
wait,
this
no, the jousting was 3, the pie was 5.
Yeah.
It took about half hour or so to walk up.
Could you lead us there and
Call her about half 6 then.
we'll see if we can talk to...
I don't think we should talk to Kezra about it. They want us to meet him at the. Is that being ripped? Like, is it being ripped off something, or is it that how it's supposed to be? Do you know what I mean? Does it like?
yeah,
can I
it-
tell there's supposed to be another half of it, or?
No, it doesn't necessarily look like there's another half. It looks like it was originally supposed to be like. Oh, it looks like it was ripped off of something to be used,
Yeah.
not ripped off of something after it was written.
And do I recognise the handwriting or anything?
Make a
Nothing. Nothing happened.
what the fuck check do you do for this?
Handwriting.
Calligraphy
Calligraphy
check.
check.
Yeah, like
Investigation?
yeah, maybe. Or
Calligraphy.
history, just to see if you remember it. Because that's how I use history a lot, is to do with your own personal memory as opposed to just the history of the world. Make it more useful.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll a history check.
14.
Okay, you don't recognise the handwriting at all.
Anybody else?
I was gonna say, it looks
I don't-
printed there. That's because I basically, in real life, I bought these cool new little like letter stamps and I wanted to use them for something. But yeah, it looks a little more handwritten within the game, shall we
Okay.
say.
I'm
Especially
guessing,
the actual crossed out bits.
considering, unless Kezra likes to refer to themselves in the third person.
Yeah,
if
it's not
this
from
isn't
him.
Written by Kezra.
That's what I mean. Why would he write that he wants us to meet him at his manor?
I'm now
in third
slightly
person?
worried that Kezra is in trouble.
This was either for you, and this guy was delivering it, or this was for that guy, and he's handed it off to you because he was following us, and it just happened to be a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Which way did he come from? We need to go and see.
Yeah, so he came from. It was basically straight down the main street from like the sort of library direction.
Is there blood on the floor?
Did he have any sign of being injured when we first saw him?
No.
This
So
guy's
it was
been
about,
shanked.
Yeah,
like,
so there's about half an hour, 40 minutes between when you first and last saw him. So within that time, something has
Okay.
happened to cause him to
We
die
need to follow.
horribly and violently
Go back when he
in a
went.
pile.
so maybe someone was trying to stop this guy from giving you this for whatever reason.
But then why wouldn't he just give it to me when we were in the jewelry?
Maybe he was trying to figure out if you were the person he was supposed to give it to. Maybe somebody
Maybe
gave
he
him a
didn't have
description,
the note yet.
and he was stalking you to try and figure out if it was actually you, just based on your descriptions. I don't know, something like that. I'm spitballing, but
Is this linked to the
somebody
Pepper
wanted to
Cheese?
stop him giving you that, is what I think.
Maybe.
Which means we absolutely have to go,
Yeah.
because that's exciting as shit.
Maybe for you.
What? No, that's great. This is great.
Skyris, make an investigation check on it for me.
What?
Me?
I think it's great.
What, meeting up with a crime family is great.
Well, I don't know. It's. Don't you get a buzz from this kind of thing?
26.
Am I the only one? I'm the only one buzzing.
And like between the two, she's like, they fucking own me.
What, they own a lot of people. Maybe this is like an inn. Maybe this is something that you can do to like.
I'm like looking at the note and like,
Yeah.
like even like looking at this light and
So
everything.
while you're doing that, and while they're sort of like bickering about this, it comes to your attention. Can I have the note back actually a sec, just to double refresh my memory? Yeah. So it looks like it was originally penned like hours ago, like this morning or perhaps last night.
Yeah.
However, it looks almost, because of like these blotches and the hastiness of it, it looks sort of like pseudo repurposed to you.
Okay.
And also you notice something on the back more than anything. You don't necessarily recognize it, but you can see that under whatever was splotched looks like some sort of stamp or mark or something.
Oh. That's a bit weird.
Wow.
Look at this.
I don't actually know if you hold it up to the light if it'll show it better. Like, I didn't actually test this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I got a tinderbox, I'm gonna just strike up a tinderbox and like hold the flame behind it.
It's difficult.
To
It's
kind of
quite low
backlight
lighting,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, it was meant to be obscured, but that's why I was worried that it might just give it the game away. But yeah, you can see there's some sort of original like stamping on it that was the previous like session of writing, and the ink that has splattered it.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa, has that worked?
Yeah. Yeah, there's something under there.
Actually, I need to see this. Hold on.
See stuff under there.
Kind of funky.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to happen that way, but I'm glad it did because it's fucking cool. Props, baby!
So have
I
you...
love
Do I,
love a
do I
good prop.
recognize that symbol in any way?
Make a religion check.
Ugh.
I will warn you, this will be quite a high one.
Yeah. 11.
Not even an inkling. Like, you've never seen this like mark before. But yeah, those like wavy lines and the sort of bit poking out the top look like they were penned in the first session, and then the sort of splatter over the top looks like in this sort of haste within the last
try
like
and-
half an hour. It looks like it was.
Spilled some ink over it or something.
Yeah, those wavy lines.
lines.
Yeah. There's
something there.
Yeah, and that like a little bit poking out the top.
It's like a little weird triangle. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. May I?
It'd be really fucked up if it was a mimic.
Well, for one,
Yeah.
I don't
Starts nibbling
think we
back.
can ignore it.
You think you can?
I don't think we can.
You, I got very worried. I thought you were just like, oh, go back to the pub.
I think,
Someone else will deal with it.
I think
Just hand
first
it
of
off to
all,
someone else.
we need to find out who the hell stabbed this man, and then we can go and meet him.
And why he would, instead of bleeding out, catch flame? Like, what's that about?
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen to us. That's fine.
That's fine.
I'm made from 40% fire.
There's so much fire in here. Okay.
I think we should go where he went and see if we can find a trail of blood or something and just trace it
if
back.
there's any...
See.
I think there's one place we need to go, and that's here.
Yeah.
We could scout it out
I think
first.
that it is actually related to the Pacchinis.
That is entirely up to you.
Do we know where this dude lives, Kezra?
Yeah, I
Isn't it
assume
the
it's-
university?
It says his manor.
Manor.
Is that in the
Assuming we know
university,
where
or
it
is that
is, like,
somewhere
is
else?
Not specifically.
Okay, now we need to find that out.
We
Is
need
it
to...
like on campus?
If it's midnight,
Maybe.
we could spend hours trying to find the guy first, and
We don't need to find the guy, we need to find his house.
yeah, that's what I mean.
We find his house. We find answers.
Maybe the guy in the bar would know. The weird one we're staying at.
Goblin.
Sure.
Barman know everything.
Hey, I
One
don't
of
know.
the
I feel like
battle nuns interrupts.
I was gonna say I was gonna ask one of them.
Yeah,
anyway.
one of the battle nuns comes over and gets like a statement from you, just trying to be like, you know,
I put I like literally just kind
it's
of like
the one that you
hide
talked
it
to
really
earlier.
quickly.
Yeah, she's
like,
like,
no,
so
not for you.
yeah, what happened here?
So you
Like,
know,
you called us, but, like, what happened?
you know the guy that we were looking for. He found us,
Oh.
and he was cut open.
Oh, shit.
And I point to the
Yeah, and
pile
then-
of ashes
yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah, and she's like, well, we figured out the aftermath. We've calmed the crowd down a little
But-
and swept him up. But you said he was, like,
It doesn't-
gouged?
Yeah, it doesn't logically carry that he was stabbed and then he just becomes ashes.
What was the source of the fire?
He just
Him.
burst into flames.
Hey, I mean,
Like, from
I
head to toe, from the wound,
before I
bottom
could,
up?
Belly.
from the wound.
yeah, it was kind of
Oyster.
But like me,
aimed outwards.
if me or you get hit by someone, we can send a little bit of fire back their way. There's no reason to think this couldn't be something similar. Maybe.
It could be.
Was he on fire when he approached?
No.
Just bleeding.
As
So it's sort of... So there was already a gash, and then it erupted after...
Yeah, we
it
didn't see him
erupted
get
specifically
stabbed.
after he fell to the ground.
Did he come to you for help?
No, he
No.
Yeah, we think maybe, but he didn't say anything or do anything, so we're not sure.
By the time
Deception checks.
I'm like,
Even me as Ken wasn't convinced by that.
Oh dear.
I thought that was quite. I thought that was quite.
He was shifty as fuck.
make a shifty check.
Swear to God, he had worms the way he was squirming in that chair.
4.
You are lucky.
What? 3 or something.
2 with the +1.
2.
Oh.
Oh, with a +1, yeah.
Fucking Witcher die!
So yeah, he just collapsed.
and then poof.
He seemed to want to get away from us.
Do you know which direction he came from? There doesn't seem to be a blood trail.
I'll just point to where I think he came
Yeah,
from.
so you point down the street to where you think he came from, and basically along this main street that's running east to west is the... there's a couple of, like, governmental buildings, sort of, like along the main thoroughfare before you start going further into the temples. There is the main library. Let me just double check if I named it, only because I named some other library and I don't want to fuck up which one's which. Yeah, so it's literally just referred to as the City of Kairut Library. Assuming then that there are some sort of other, archives of sorts, but this is just the City of Kairut Library. So there was that coming. He was coming from roughly, you sort of only clocked him as he was between you
Yeah.
and the library. So you don't know if he came from further or if it was from the library or
Yeah.
from an alley nearby. But then there's it's just a couple of the more popular temples along the front, like this front row of buildings along the temple district before you go properly into the district and into more of the niche temples and sort of monk domiciles is like the main attractions then.
Would anyone else recognise that? Like, obviously, you've pointed it out to us.
Yeah, I would have pointed it out.
You can all make religion checks, but again, it is particularly high because chances are you haven't.
Briarleaf's not going to because she's staying at
Not
the
one. I don't know anything.
Same.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know anyone. I don't know who. I don't know why.
Yeah,
what.
you guys
Nah.
don't know dick.
She's not even really listening. She's just looking at that.
Oh, eh?
Can I help you, sweetheart?
No. I mean, yes. No.
Do you know each other?
No.
Oh.
I've seen that look before.
The guy just gives you like a...
My
Not the
ears,
first
my
time.
ears kind of like go kind of in on themselves. Like
I'm just gonna look at you and be like, do you realise she's religious, right? Like, really?
Oh, we can still rut like oxen, don't worry.
Yeah, here we are.
But I'm afraid you're not exactly my preferred gender. Sorry.
I mean, I could change your mind.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Sexual dominance.
It's not 20.
No, you fucking didn't.
like this really stern-faced battle nun suddenly just has like a bit of like a leg wobble. And she turns to like the big Amazonian woman next to her and just goes. She's like, I'll leave you in the capable hands of my compatriot, and then like slowly walks away, just like awkwardly.
I feel like she
And like
hasn't
that.
even walked away. She's just backed away. So like,
Yeah, you know that awkward like head nod that like
Don't push it.
like Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah, don't push it. The big woman just gives you like a.
And I look at her and I go, no.
Are we done with questioning?
are we done with this flirting? Can we leave?
Flirting.
Do you need anything more? Oops.
That was his bowl of
He has
copper.
been summoned.
It's just the bell going off in the temple.
Red just goes.
Before you leave, don't you want to go and leave some sort of something for your new god?
No, I'm good.
Let's not get
Yeah.
let's not get into him again.
I thought he told you to leave shit, but fine. I wasn't there, so who knows?
We.
Does
That's
anyone
what he
else wanna-
wants.
Does anyone else want to leave any offerings for any of the gods? Who knows? Maybe they're listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave some gold for Drek.
What was that?
I'm gonna pick a random temple or shrine,
Okay.
and I'm gonna leave an offering.
Okay. We'll do the Drek one first. So.
Oh wait, I have sausages in my bag. Does Drek like sausages?
Do I still have it?
Have a sausage.
I mean, to be fair, food is one of the things commonly offered to the
Okay.
gods.
I'm gonna give him some sausage and about 10 gold.
Okay. So you go into one of the more, like, open-minded churches then that have a shrine to each of the gods. Scarius wanders in behind you.
Bless you.
Scarius, roll a d12, and you find the Shrine of Drek. It's much smaller and less offered to than the others. Okay. But there is still a couple of little offerings, like a few like darker flowers.
Okay.
So you just sort of slap this big sausage link and like
I'm gonna be like,
a few
I
gold.
noticed you didn't have any sausages. And then I'm gonna place it down and go, you're welcome.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Who does Lilith worship? I can't remember the name.
Was it the Mischief and Roguery? Gestias.
Can I go and leave them something, please?
Yeah, so much like Drex, it's one of the sort of smaller shrines. However, this one has a lot of copper pieces all around it,
Oh, God.
and a few
Scarlet,
keys.
stay away.
Yeah, a few like sort of keys and
Key Barbie.
almost like little Lucky Charm looking things. So
That's cute.
yeah, there's no real like food or anything on this one. It just tends to be a lot of copper. It looks like, especially knowing that, you know, obviously you serve this goddess, at least offer her prayer. You know that because a lot of like beggars and criminals, thieves, jesters, all the sorts of pranksters and criminals and all that sort of thing of the world, they will offer her stuff, and a lot of them are coins that are in some way like marred or marked or damaged, or like a lucky coin maybe with like a blast mark on it or something. Just, you know, a little lucky token to flip to her.
How strong are you with your hand?
Fairly, right?
Can you bend a piece of copper?
I can try.
Can you try for me, please?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Strength check? Not very.
Even if it's just slightly like...
I think if she asked the artificer,
And not the
opposed to
barbarian.
the fucking
The tank.
psychopath manlet with the hammer?
No.
That's a 6.
You just... no. If anything, you sort of like burst a blood vessel.
I'm just gonna give it to you and be like, there we are. Thank you.
I'm trying.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Was it just a strength check?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, just...
See?
Thank you.
Leverage.
Goes with the job.
And then I just put it on.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of like toss it onto the pile of coins, and it almost like a penny falls, create like a bit of a clattering on the floor. But
My D&D Beyond has gone off, so I need to... I've just written it down that I've got one last copper.
Okay. I rolled a 2 for, I
Yeah.
think it was to find a shrine.
yeah, so you... I
So
specified
because
that
I said the word random, didn't
yeah,
I?
Yeah, because I remember the order in which A, I created the gods, but B, in which order they were created world-wise.
Right.
So the second one was Telchaeus, the goddess of death, created from the
That's fun.
sort of lifeless husk of the goddess of life, who created a new form for herself. So they're essentially twins.
Okay.
Like everyone, again, like a
Yeah,
known
it's
thing.
a thing, yeah.
They are considered as twins, even if they are like different in age, because of the whole
Like me and Rob.
Life and
yeah
death thing.
made aeons and aeons ago. So you wouldn't even know like when they were created. There was no time,
Okay.
but like they're associated as twins.
Is there a coin offering bowl?
There is a bowl, but there are no coins in it.
But
There
yeah.
is a staining on it.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm specifically
You've picked a weird one.
I'm specifically looking for one where they're offering coins.
Okay, so coins wise, the god of sky, Elisek, because not only does he represent the god of the sky, but it's also like nobility and hierarchy and being above the peasants, and it's been horribly bastardized to be the rich man's god. So there's like a lot of coinage around these shrines.
Okay, so
But also Justice with the sort of lucky coins. Lemeth, the goddess of light, has a lot of silver coins because it's considered to be like more pure than the
Yeah.
others. Even though obviously it's not as rare as gold, it's considered to be more pure within the minds of the worshippers. And Caravus has amongst like it seems to be like more written offerings to him, but among them are a few sort of coins of sorts, or like little gems and that sort of thing. It's just anything that is considered to be able to contain magic in a way, like so.
not to incur the wrath of Lilith, I'll go with you said the sky one. What was that one?
Elisek,
Elsec.
Elysehk.
Would it be more copper, silver, gold, or was it just a mismatch?
It's primarily gold and platinum,
Okay.
but there are a couple here and there of other stuff.
I'll
so-
take a gold coin. I just want to blend in as much as possible.
Okay.
And I act as if I'm doing a little prayer and
Okay.
putting the coin in, when really what I'm doing is I'm using my magical tinkering to make the coin stink.
Well played, sir.
I'm
that's good.
making it like like a bin that's filled with water, and it's just that horrible bin
Yeah.
smell.
Bin juice.
Oh, bin
Yeah.
juice.
Right?
Lager.
So, and obviously because you wouldn't expect that smell of a coin.
Yeah.
So, and this is
Fucking
as long as I
genius.
want to keep it like this as well.
Fantastic.
So funny.
So I just put the coin in and sort of walk away as fast as possible because the effect is almost immediate.
You're like immediately, you're like,
Like it's on my hands. I'm like, oh.
I feel like you've now pissed off the god of the sky.
Would you have seen me doing it? Because you would have just seen me put.
No, I just mean I'm talking out of game now.
Oh, right.
I'm like, now like, shit, now the sky is gonna fall on us.
Pretty
We'll
chaotic.
have to wait and see, huh? Nice.
Before, like, I forgot to say that when Briley was offering the sausages and the coins, she would have done a little prayer just to say, thank you for allowing me to dream, and thank you for allowing me to see her, and then I'll leave.
Okay.
Yeah, just to clarify, I was right. The chosen property lasts indefinitely.
Fantastic.
So no matter what happens, nobody will
Unless
be able
someone
to get rid
goes-
of this smelly coin.
Searching through the
Like,
whole
they'll
pile of
scrub
coins.
the coin and it's magically smelly.
Briley, roll a D100.
Oh.
What's that?
D10 and then the
And
one
the
that looks
D10
like a
with the-
D10.
This one.
So you want
Yeah, so there's
Yeah, so that one and
and those two.
the 10's
And
coin.
that one.
Coin
Yeah.
die. Yeah, roll them both.
10.
100.
No.
That's 10.
What's
10.
that? 10.
10. Cool. I was doing sort of Call of Cthulhu style where you had to roll under a specific number in my head, and you did. So,
Oh.
when you say thank you for allowing me to dream, you like, are you sort of saying it as you're putting stuff down, or like you?
Yeah,
kneeling,
I
so-
said like thank you for the sausage. No, I said
Thank you for the bountiful sausage.
But you, wait,
Oh,
you put the
Lord of
sausages down,
meat
say
in
thank you for the
tubes.
sausage, take the sausage back.
thank you, Drek.
Welcome to the swap meet.
No, I put
Get
the
out.
sausages down and I say like
Yeah.
here's some sausages and coins.
So
have
as
at
you
you.
sort of make
And
contact
then I do
with
a
the
little
shrine
prayer.
and do the prayer, there is a voice that comes to you, only you, that just says,
It is not your God that allows you to dream. He would not have you see her.
and that was it.
Well, I'm taking my sausages back then.
You can hear a voice. Actually, the offerings are not to be taken back or stolen under any circumstances. Please put back the sausages or die.
Are you?
That was Drek.
Are you? Like,
It's just this really weaselly, tall, skinny.
I was gonna
like
say, is he
Drek
some sort of
gaunt
like?
monk that
I'm gonna just be like,
just like this really like sort of orangutan arm hanging guy, but like tall and hunched and like nasally long.
excuse me, Lurch.
Like,
It smells in you, really, really bad.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm a little
Stinks.
congested at the moment. I shall fetch one of the brothers to check.
and then he goes out the back and he
Smells
brings
like
back a guy.
something's died in
And
you.
quite the opposite end of the spectrum, this jolly little, like, rosy-cheeked dwarf comes out and he's like, "Oh, fucking hell, it pongs in here. Oh, fuck, I can feel it in my eyes. Oh, fucking hell, it's like cut-off beef.
I point at a random old person that's leaving. I was like,
Oh, knock them down, ban them.
I think we should get out. We should get out of here.
Oh, it's rancid. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, where's it coming from? Oh, I can taste it in my lungs. Oh, it's so thick. The air is
I'm making for the
viscous.
door.
I'm leaving as well.
It's like I'm swimming in a fart. He like slowly like sinks to the floor, and like the big guy's like,
There doesn't seem to be any Oh.
I like that one day in Scaris is
It's
like
hit me.
90s, he's gonna go and it's gonna stop smelling, and they're gonna be like,
but we'd only just got used to it.
Sending this temple into like financial
Yeah, like all these
ruin
people
because
are
no
like
one's
leaving.
going there.
So, are you offering anything to any?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
So like, yeah, you all start to like slowly make your way out. Everyone's like leaving, like, oh fuck.
While I see them like really like, oh, it's really
That
smells.
dwarf is just like coughing on the floor and retching. You
I'm
can just see him like
I'm running
convulsing.
back out with my sausages.
Okay. Yeah.
You know the god of death.
yeah.
What? Can you summarize what he or she does for me, please?
Yes, I will in a moment.
She gods
Let me-
the death.
She kills people.
Like, is she for good passing? Is she for like?
It is very dependent on the culture within the world, but overall, she's almost only worshipped out of pure fear. It's not the classic, if I die before my work, I pray to God my soul to take. It's more, please don't fucking take my soul, please, please, please. It's like, they do not really like this goddess. However, there are some cultures within the world that worship her basically exclusively and have a very strong bond with the concept of death and don't fear it and realize that it is a very natural part of the process. You are quite familiar with some of the teachings of Telchaeus because of the monk order, but from what you know from personal reading around your sort of monk's order, that your order specifically sort of branched off from the true teachings of like this culture and sort of twisted it slightly and like drove it away from the gods and made it more like a concept within itself. More like a way of life as opposed to a way of thinking. But yeah, there are definitely some cultures that think of her more like, sort of like, is it Sharon, the ferryman, where they...
Karen.
No, I thought you said Carol.
Carol, the ferryman of death.
Some of her think of her
Christmas
as a
caroling
Carol,
is really
and I was
different
like,
now. Christmas caroling is you go to someone's door and then steal their soul for the boat.
And Christmas caroling is going to their door and demanding the manager.
There's no manager. I want to say that.
Yeah, there are some that see her more as like the person that transfers the soul from the mortal realm to whatever realm they go to next, whatever that be, because there are many circles of existence and no one's truly sure where you go, if anywhere at all.
like the guy in the boat.
Yeah,
That's Karen.
the ferryman, like I just said.
I know, I wasn't. Sorry.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, there are some that think of her more like the judgment of souls, like the final say of where it goes, but less the ferryman and more the Egyptian, like, is your sin lighter than a feather vibe.
Well,
that's
like
cool.
Anubis.
Yeah, there's a lot of different, like,
Adaptations.
like similarities from our real world into game world. Like, essentially, if there's a god or goddess of death in our world, there's probably a culture within this world that thinks it. But the sort of overarching thing, the majority of the world then believe that it is much more a we worship you out of fear, we worship you out of like forced respect, we don't want to die, and we actively worship the goddess of life because she gives us our existence.
Yeah.
You're just this like twisted shadow version of her that we just have to offer a spare thought
Do
to.
they like? How do I put it? In the Pantheon, do they like? Is it normal for people to worship more than one god? Like
Yeah,
you have
a lot
one
of-
specific, and
Yeah,
then you like.
there are very few people who worship all, but there are some. So, again, because this religion is so prominent in the world, it's very common knowledge for each of you, even if you only understand certain aspects with like very little conversation, you could fill in the gaps. But it was said that there was a god, Untanel, that was one being, one entity in the deepest, darkest reaches outside of all known spheres, that basically split into or birthed or created, depending on, again, culture, 13 gods.
I think he subcontracted them.
They're outside
I
hires.
can't be fucked to deal with this anymore. Go on, kids.
He went on
Go play.
Fiverr. He was like, right, are there any gods?
Looking for gods.
Looking for gods.
Yeah, so there was the one that either split or birthed or whatever into these 13 gods that very few people worship all of them. There are very few that worship Untanel as an idea, but the ones that worship the whole pantheon tend to believe in this Untanel. But it's sort of become a watered down rendition where it's sort of like that was just this X being that sort of when he birthed these new ones, it disappeared. So there's only these new ones to worship. Like I said earlier about like say like the dwarves will heavily worship the god of the land and the goddess of justice. But even then, some of them, like, if they happen to be a fisherman, might offer a prayer to Hadris. Or if they're a criminal, might offer praise to Theus and Justius. So there's, like, a lot of mix and match, and it's very individualistic or like family driven, or like certain like houses of like nobility will be very heavily focused on a single god or goddess. So it is very much like a pick and mix vibe. So people tend to want piety with a lot of different gods just to have a happy and blissful life.
Yeah.
But again, there are ones that are like, no, I'm going to be pious to only the goddess of light, and this, you know, my entire doctrination of like religion is formed all around just this one thing. But again, it's very like town based, family based. Find a combination, pick it, there is it.
The cup or the bowl or whatever's there, is it like the stain, is it blood?
Yes. There is a common offering to the goddess of death, but not the only offering.
Give her a fart coin.
So I'm gonna give her some
Stinky
like a blood
copper.
offering.
Okay.
Not like, as you said, not because I'm scared of dying, but more so just because I respect her.
Okay. Some people also pray to her to, sorry, I forgot to mention, to have someone else be bumped off. So that might come in handy, depending how she's feeling.
She's probably not at best pleased with you
Why?
because you kind of died and then went.
Yeah,
nah.
she did die.
I've changed my mind.
Too late, she's cut her hand.
Yeah, but I've still cut
so you
myself,
offer the blood.
Where did you cut her?
my hand, like probably like just
The palm.
like
Classic.
Yeah, classic like
Just
blood brothers.
Yeah, no, this is a gripe that I
This is a
say all the
thing.
time, because we're watching Supernatural at the moment. They constantly either cut here or their palm. Now your palm is sensitive as shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
full
It's
of
an
nerve endings.
awful place
And
to
it's
cut.
not, the only benefit is that you can squeeze it.
Yeah.
But like, it is not a good place
It looks
to cut.
cool though, doesn't it? It
People
looks
do
cool.
it all the fucking time in Hollywood, and it bugs
Yeah.
the wank
Well, like
out of
as
me.
you said, the only reason Lilith would
Like,
have
if
done
you're gonna put
it
your
is
hand, do it
because
on the
she can
back,
wrap
like-
it,
Yeah.
like wrap
Yeah,
it
wrap it
well,
around, yeah.
also hold it, but like
Yeah. But,
nobody's
like-
gonna grab her hands. Do you know what I mean? Like
One of the best
she's not gonna
ways,
get hurt.
the
by
one of the
that.
best places to get blood from is the arse, isn't it? Like, just because it
Yeah.
doesn't really hurt. So we can imagine someone just like coming into the temple and like just like poking themselves in the arse cheek.
Squeezing it out.
yeah, okay, so
There you
your
go.
blood enters the bowl, and it
Have you all gone? Have you all just legged?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
we're
place
gone.
stinks.
it rather quickly sinks into the stone. It's quite porous. And you feel like a faint coldness in the cut. And from the bowl, a very quick flash of blue.
Okay.
The same you saw when you were
Of course.
coupled. So, just to keep track of this, I don't know if you've read the Gods of Theros book or whatever the fuck, one of the source books for D&D, but I adapted it to my own pantheon, so we're using piety. Now, obviously, redoing the same action over and over again will not continuously gain you piety. There are sort of DM's terms and conditions in place. However, because of the bullshit of the coin, you gain 1 piety with Theus, so mark that down.
Cool.
So jot that down.
So that's
Through
what I
the
was
power of Theus, anything is possible, so jot that down.
Well, that's what I was going for, because I was like, I could give Theus an offering, but I was like, that's
Okay.
not very Theus.
Briarleaf, you gain +1 piety with unknown.
What does that mean?
Just write unknown.
Okay.
With like a +1 or like a tally mark or something, like that's your piety, because you were going to get it with Drek, but you stole the sausages back.
So you got it with that unknown being that said,
Oh.
okay,
The one that keeps creeping us out. So that's good.
Yeah, that seems positive.
you need more fart coins in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What sausages?
You gain 1 with Telchaos. You don't have to commit hard to a god, you can get like a couple of points here and there, you know? But it's basically whichever one is your highest will be what your buffs are from.
I left him 10 gold. What more does he want? The sausages were a bonus.
Yeah, but you sort of indulged an outer influence that wasn't Drek.
Yeah,
so-
but I prayed to him and he didn't answer me, so I'll have my sausages back. I didn't really say hello. Didn't really go hello.
Oh, and me all.
He reads your inner thoughts, he's God.
Flicking signs at Drek.
Got pulled up by the police for that.
That was Jess, I was not Brayleaf.
But also you gain one with Gestias for the bent coin. But again, because this is like a sort of first of action, like anytime you go to a temple and pray, you're not necessarily going to get piety.
Yeah.
Unless you can think of some really fucking off the wall way. But like, first point, nice and easy one. Your one was fucking class, because that surprised me. If you can keep surprising me, you'll gain it with Theus. Because Theus is just like...
stuff I can do with tinkering.
Essentially, Theus is the little voice in my head. So like, if you can impress that little voice, you're sorted. But yeah, you don't have to be pious.
I'm gonna get in trouble for kaplunking someone.
Pious.
Pious. And
Pious. Lots of
piety,
pies.
piety. It's your sort of dedication to a god, essentially.
Like Baxter's really pious because he won.
Well done, Pious.
But yeah, you don't have to commit to one. You will only get the buff from your highest one. So like, for example, you've got one in like 2 columns. I think the first buff comes at like 3 piety, and then it's like 10, 25, and 50 or something like that. But
What's
you
a buff?
Like a little
you just get like
bonus.
a flat bonus, like +2 to this, or you can do this once per day, or that sort of thing. So we are playing with those rules. They are
Cool.
based on the book, but customized
Like that.
for the specific god or goddess. But yeah, feel obliged, feel not obliged. Indulge as much as you see fit. But again, terms and conditions apply. The gods are pricks.
Do not pass go.
Yeah. As
Do not collect
as
200.
we're
Go to jail.
leaving, I grab Lilith. I'm like, do you want to go to the manor now? I'm just trying to get away from the building.
Yeah, the stench is so overbearing now that one dwarf that collapsed is now practically unconscious, convulsing and vomiting. It is vile. It's filled the entire space.
I let you know with eye contact that it was me.
You've done a Lilith. Like you. She's just like, yes, it's time to leave.
Let's go
Those
scout it
spies
out.
didn't agree with me.
No, I can smell them.
Fucking hell.
Quick,
Yeah.
quick.
Okay.
Get out.
Where does Kezra live?
Oh, we didn't ask anyone.
It's gonna be close to the university, right?
Yeah, surely.
Probably not in, but close.
Is the dominatrix one still there?
Not the specific one, but you're talking relatively just like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one of the monks that has managed to escape the whiff is like, if you want to find out more about Kezra or whoever in the city, if they're anyone or they have any sort of entries into the annals of history, especially Kezra because he's fucking famous, you could just check the library,
Library.
We've got city records.
Well,
Or
the
just go-
library is just down
It's
there.
literally there.
Or you
Okay.
just go, hello, do you know where Kezra lives?
I don't.
Oh.
But if I needed to know, I could check library.
Library.
I do like libraries.
I hope you guys know how to read. I'm gonna start making my way to the library.
Okay. So, this
Now
library...
Scarius is like, library trip.
Yeah. Fuck yeah! He's like, how long have we been able to bring this up? This, just before we sort of wrap up the night, just because it's, getting on time-wise.
The time is...
very late! The library itself is quite unique with its architecture, where, yes, it's built into one of the tables, however, they've built an entire front facade that is very much like old Greco-Roman with like the prism, like triangular prism front roof jutting out with like the huge support columns. And then there is a very glass-centric front to it, like very tall, narrow windows through which you can see this thing. Like, you can see through into the library, but it sort of doesn't make sense because it looks like there's some form of size enchantment on it, where because of how much they've had to expand this library, that it goes up a few more floors that technically don't exist.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
cool.
They're very proud doors, very over the top, carved to fuck oak doors with like all marble around the edges, very magnificent. And then a very comical regular door next to it that people tend to use. It's like, they're like 50 feet tall. Doors. It's just
As we see this visual, I'm just like nudging everyone. Like,
funny doors, silly doors.
It's pretty cool.
And then around the side, because you can just about make it out, that's where this like table structure starts. And then it's very like Eastern Bloc sort of brutalist architecture all along the back, where it's just like grey with very little in terms of windowage. So it's like
yes,
this,
when I build anything.
yeah, it's like this marvelous, grandiose piece of architecture that's marvelous and wonderful, and they've got this enchantment in. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
when you enter the library, as the last thing for the day, each of you make a sanity saving throw.
Oh no. My lovely -2. Oh.
Just a plain sanity saving throw.
Plain sanity saving throw.
Have we had to do one of these before? Oh, I have.
Yes, you have. And then you britched your shitters.
I did.
A nat 20 I had.
Nice.
Yes.
Or a nat.
A nat.
Right, okay, I was double checking.
What's
11.
Dirty 20 is what I would say.
Okay,
If
hang
it's
on.
not
Yeah.
that.
Sorry,
Dirty
let me
20.
quickly grab some.
With sanity.
So 20, 11.
It's not
it's-
on there,
It was
it
that
says-
custom one, remember?
Yeah, so it
If you
will be
look
at the
at
bottom
your-
if you haven't got any like proficiencies with any of them. It's just that.
Yeah, so you know, like your Eldritch resistance or knowledge or whichever one.
Whichever one you don't have
Yeah,
proficiency
if you're
in.
not proficient in it, what's your
Either of them.
bonus?
I'm not proficient in any of them.
Oh,
Should be whatever the score
I think
is.
you had a 12 or a 14.
I had a 12.
12, okay, so you get a plus one.
proficient in the resistance.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So you've
So
got a
either one
plus
of these
to
two.
the roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
4. Wonderful.
4.
Oh,
Eight.
I had 21, no nat.
Okay. So, you enter this library, and you can see through the windows, it's well lit. There's a sort of...
Is well lit. Sorry.
On the top of the building, there's a glass dome allowing in a lot of light. But again, it's not on the physical outside of the building, but you can see it on the inside through this like false upper floor. Very well lit, a lot of people. It's coming later in the evening anyway, so even though it is well lit, it is slightly dimming. It's almost like they've got a faux sky that mimics what's outside. But everything feels very vibrant and colourful and upbeat almost, if that is a sort of vibe you can get.
In a library.
Yeah, it's surprisingly like open air, and
Dancing
like you can
library.
see that there's
I've
like
not
a sort
been to
of...
the library.
So again, this is all from the outside. You can see that in front of you is a long and quite wide, almost like the middle of a grand train station or museum, like the main hall, with lots of bookshelves all along the side. Lots of book going out further again in the building, so it's almost like it's also got a false width. And then multiple tiers of essentially hollowed rectangles, like big balconies then. But the moment you enter, it gets very cold. There is a dim, pale moonlight that completely just basks through this dome. There's lots of dark corners, and everything seems very dusty. There's no one there. It feels very eerie and out of place. And you sort of turn around to check the door, and it's not there. The balconies have all got sort of vines falling over the top of them, as if nature's reclaimed it somewhat. Some pretty big, like, webbing and, like, dust webs, as opposed to, like, full-on spider webs. And from the very opposite end, like just it feels infinitely far away from you. The only one that doesn't get truly spooked by this is you, and that'll come in handy next week. But from this shadow emerges a shape that seems to be hovering above the floor. And there's a very wide
Bless you,
grin.
Harry.
A very wide grin emerges from the dark on the opposite end through this moonlight that is just catching the sort of like tips of the bottom teeth,
Bless you.
so that it looks almost like underbit. And there is a voice that protrudes from this maw. You have entered my library. I am the librarian.
I'm gonna turn.
Welcome.
Look, I'll go and take the coin back. It's
This
fine.
shape rushes forward and basically is going to surprise round the three of you that failed, but not you. And I will show you, if you wish, or do you wish there to be a surprise next week? Or do you want to, not next week, the week after, or do you want to know what it is and have that, like,
I want to see it.
I feel like we should see it because we'll be scared.
I want to see it.
Like, actually scared.
Oh, no.
No.
Meet the librarian.
No.
He's not a
Oh,
librarian,
shit.
he's an
At
eyeball.
level 4.
Oh, actually, speaking of, after I was gonna say we'll discuss level 5 very quickly before heading off, but it's not a true beholder.
Okay.
So don't shit your
That's
britches.
fine then.
It is a custom stat sheet called the librarian,
Interesting.
but be afraid.
Very good. Very good. Oh, that's terrifying.
Because like all of the stuff was sky based as well. Like you said, it suddenly was like the moonlight instead of the, like because it was all sky based. I was like, oh shit!
Oh no,
Like,
it
'cause of the
was the
coin.
stinky coin.
It's the stinky coin that did it.
Horrifying.
I
So
was literally
Excellent.
just about to say, Scaris, this is all your fault.
you guys
Is the library always like this?
are now level 5.
Woo!
I meant to say it after the sort of the note was passed off, but I just totally forgot. Not that necessarily that was anything worth leveling up over. It's just that was the sort of
the
milestone
story
in
before,
the ideas that I had. So when you level up your health, don't obviously return it to max as like a long rest or anything.
Yeah.
Any new spell slot you gain, you can like unlock. Basically anything that unlocks new. Like
Yeah,
so if you
yeah.
gain 6 health in the level up, you can put your health up by 6.
But you don't long rest out
Yeah, you
on a
don't
level.
long rest. You just
Good.
sort
I
of
prefer it that way.
gain the new things to go into this fight. So luckily you should get a spell slot back if you do Artificer. Unless you do Monk, then you get a key point.
Yeah,
So
because I'm currently out of spell slots and key points.
Oh.
well, you get one of them
Yeah,
at least.
Tasty.
I can't punch all magic.
You're very squish.
We rolling
Who
rolling
knows
HP.
where you are? Because you did step through a frame. Maybe you're not even where you think you is.
Is
Maybe
you is
something
always
will
you
happen.
This is
ain't.
the guy that stabbed the guy
Yes, you
with his
is.
eye, with his
Mary
eye dagger.
Chrysler.
Merry
Maybe
Christmas.
fucking-
now
He's
he's
got an eye
angry
shave.
with you because you've got a new eye and he likes eyes.
That's the collector. This is the librarian, his cousin.
Oh,
You don't want to
I
meet the
see.
collector.
Nice.
Yeah, so if everyone just rolls their health now, so we know.
Okay.
how do I do that? I'm
You
really bad
are
at this. Sorry,
a
guys.
rogue, so you get a D8, right?
Yeah, same. for
So roll a D8.
I don't even know what that is. Is
Diamond.
it Diamond one.
Diamond.
This
I
one.
just realised I didn't roll my health last time we leveled.
Seven.
Oh, good one.
I've been doing this. Oh dear.
me. 6 for me.
Cool.
Oh, I'm.
You can re-roll your first one. I'm not that much of a dickhead.
What? I had 7.
That's
Yeah, that's fine. That's great.
better.
If you get a 1, I mean specifically.
All right.
Rangers get a 8 or 10?
I think is it 10. How do I find out?
Yeah, D10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Oh yeah.
Okay, roll a D10. If you roll a 1, you may re-roll.
This one. Oh. 2.
Oh, unlucky.
That's
So-
the worst one.
Oh no.
So now we've added. So we added on. But if we were already full health, does that mean we're now full health?
Yeah,
So
the
I
new
got
full
30,
health.
Yeah.
So I got 38 basically. Is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We started level 3, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Now this makes sense. There we go.
Now you have actual health.
Now that's why my HP was so low.
Did you do the same?
No, I just
Oh.
I get to choose my specialism now.
Okay, so we'll do all of this like off camera. We'll come back next time with everything sorted. I just want to get the rolls on camera, so we've got proof that you guys are not cheating bastards. No, it's just because people like rolls.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
everyone
sandwiches.
I'm
for
such an
playing.
Yeah.
Have fun thinking of this horrible little fucker for the next 2 weeks.
Oh
Yeah, we are not streaming next week. But
For
we,
it is Christmas.
we all
time.
hope that you have a wonderful
Mistletoe
holiday
and wine.
of your chosen flavour. We shall see you in the new year on Wednesday the 3rd. Wednesday the 3rd.
And I've seen in chat as well, thank you for all the support. It's been awesome today. Amazing.
Cheers all.
We both did the same.
Very nice.
Very nice.
We're so cool with our double thumbs
My
up.
subs.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas
Merry
and a Happy
Christmas.
New Year, everyone.
Happy Hanukkah. Merry Kwanzaa. I don't actually know when Kwanzaa is.